You're damn right it is. That's a new theme song, everybody. Hello, I am Cloudheart, your GM now and always on Cloudheart TV, and this is Kingmaker Misfits. This is also session 56, and welcome back, everybody. We did have to take a break last week, but welcome back to our Kingmaker Misfits new session. We are back from the destruction of Vorticai the Lich, and we are enjoying ourselves in the small capital of Dworodelph, known as Shrikal. Hello, everybody. Let me go ahead and get that music playing back again, and let me get this. It needs to be some kingdom music. It needs to be kingdom music. Happy kingdom music. Kingmaker music. Yeah, Kingmaker general music. Ambience.
Where are my emojis? They're not here.
And also some other happy music.
Huh. Cute. Where are you?
Welcome back, everybody, and I'm going to go ahead and give a short recap. Our heroes, taking the straightest path they could, cut a course across the land, returning from their long journey and their deadly encounter with the demons of the realm known as the Abyss, I believe. Let me just make sure I'm getting that correct, because sometimes I get them backwards. They are from the realm of Abaddon, not of the Abyss. Our heroes, having overcome the demons of Abaddon and the evil lich Vorticai, and having called upon a god, though that did cause some issues for, well, it has caused a required promise from Dex. Dex has been compelled that he must raise at least 2.5 children with his beloved Jaethal, and he needs to figure that out one way or another. Which Jaethal is not aware of this. And in exchange, of course, the god has destroyed the Oculus of Abaddon. You've been able to save and bring a number of townfolk, and arrived fairly early in the morning to a Lindsay who has informed you there's all manner of things going on in the town, but let's wait till we get into the town meeting. There's we're so glad to have you. Tons of stuff is happening. There's issues going on to the north and issues going on to the west, and I'd love to tell you all about it, but not in front of all the people. You are home in your land. You have arrived. You are probably a little bit tired. You arrived in the early morning, basically traveling all throughout the day. But you do arrive early morning, 5:30. An hour passes. You catch up with friends, spend some time. They had everything set up, but of course you arrive so early that no one's ready to do the party that they have set up for you. But they immediately throw off into a festival, and you are welcomed in by a impromptu festival that Amiri and Lindsay insisted on setting up. Everyone else is milling about, and at this point, honestly, the people of Varnhold desperately need some rest. They would enjoy a festival, but they have gone through so much, they need to decompress, which, honestly, the people who were kidnapped by the ghost in the Ola Kongonket, the Valley of the Dead, they understand that, and immediately they take to helping people out, as does Tristian. Tristian is just naturally a helper, and it's more suited to that than partying, and honestly, he's not allowed to gamble, so... but beyond all that, you guys are currently just milling about in your homeland. You're in your capital, Shrikal. Welcome home, guys.
Yippee. How many days has it been since we set out? It's been a month, I think, hasn't it?
Let's see here. When did y'all set out? I'm pulling up the calendar right now.
Reviewer, please consult the charts.
And as a related question, when do we need to do another kingdom turn?
Yeah. You can do another kingdom turn right now. Like you would be welcome to do another kingdom turn right now if you wished, or we can load it. We can do some downtime activities, and we'll do the kingdom turn next week if you guys wish to. Because you always take a downtime week, and then an actual kingdom week, and then 2 weeks of adventuring. That's how we usually do it. I believe you last set out like a full week ago. Honestly, maybe more like. I think when you last set out, it was like, yeah, I think it was like the 21st of Eridus. But I'm gonna go ahead and write a note.
2 or 3 weeks at this point.
I'm gonna go ahead and write a note, and for the quest, I'm going to confirm this, and I'm going to the traveling king and port arrive back in Shrike Hall from defeating Mordecai, the Lich. I'm just gonna list the court members who are all that. Of course, we always have Sadis, we always have Dix, we always have Fekro. We also had, of course, Fristian, Harem, and our favorite Octavia, our favorite coward. I don't think we can do this, guys.
Who was like getting sick over the whole trip.
Yeah. Congrats, guys. You've succeeded.
I feel like we need downtime.
Yeah. Honestly, if you guys would like to spend a week in downtime, relaxing, usually that is where I narrate just several different things happening. And it usually is what allows me to prompt different story things, which of course will happen. Let me go ahead and move to an image.
Mm-hmm.
Image.
I feel like we need downtime because shopping and selling. And for me, crafting.
The shrine.
And for me, trying to explain to my girlfriend that she is
my
not
wife.
wife.
My wife.
Not yet. That's what she's like. Oh yeah, of course. No,
And
we
that's
have to have a
Tristy to marry
child.
you guys. In an unholy matrimony.
You don't understand, my wife. I've
so
made decisions
hilarious.
for us. No, you haven't.
No, I didn't make the decision. The plant did.
I didn't make the decision.
Yes, you did. You called on God.
I called a
called-
god, yes. I didn't make any decisions.
This guy here.
You made the decision to call the god.
Exactly.
This guy.
Yeah, I called the god. I didn't do anything else.
But welcome back into Shrike Hall, and Shrike Hall is growing. Now, Shrike Hall grows throughout these kingdom turns, and I'm pulling up both my PDFs for the main story of Kingmaker Misfits, but also I'm pulling up the companion guides because there are some things that are going to happen as you catch up with your friends. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see here. Where is the freaking Kingmaker? Come on. Why is my brain not seeing this? I know it's right in front of me, and I'm just not seeing it. Kingmaker. Okay, there we
Jet
go.
lagged.
Yeah. All right, rule books. Here we go. All right. And we find ourselves in the peaceful, admittedly crazy lands as they begin to wake. Break Hall. Lindsay does mention there's all manner of things, but she says, we have a second batch of the brew from the brewery King Corey. It's doing fairly well. I think it's better chilled, but I don't know how dwarves drink it. Anyways, we've got all manner of different things. There's a lot of political stuff going on. I'll catch you up on that when we get back into the town hall. There's you know, a lot of the people were like really happy for everything that you did. There's a lot of businesses that are forming. Paper's going great. I've been really hooking into a lot of my sources, so I've been able to get a lot of information quickly, and like it's really helping a lot of people. They're really appreciating it.
The sources.
Man, Lindsay, that must be real exhausting to write all those papers by hand, huh?
Yeah. That's actually something I need to talk to you guys about.
Corey furrows his brow.
Amiri walks up. Amiri is, as always, wearing essentially like a very midriff showing like outfit, and like basically just nothing but like a leather like bustier, like a leather like midriff armor. I can't believe it's good to see you guys. It feels like forever since we last ran into each other. I've been just training, trying to get the new general at least into good shape. Trying to get everybody to keep their cool down here while you guys are gone, but it's good to see you again. She clearly has emblazoned on her chest like a swirling tattoo of like green, like a raging red, like a powerful vine of green, and like a fjord of ice, like all forging to one point where her scar has like lattice worked. And like outlining her scar is like a golden thread.
Oh.
A fjord of ice
tattoo you got there.
Lindsay said I should probably commemorate it. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. No, it looks good. It
looks awesome.
Well, it just seems. I still feel weird about all this, guys. I like it. It's a sign I didn't die from being mauled by a werewolf, but Dex, if you're wondering, of course, Jathel's not going to be up anytime before 11 o'clock, but she's back in the town hall.
Oh, good to hear. I couldn't have guessed as much.
She's still here.
Harem, Lindsay said that I needed to get some practice on this stuff, and so I spent the last 2 days doing and then redoing like receipts from the kingdom. I have no idea what. Oh, that's all right. I'll take a look over them and just review them with you. And we have to review them together. Yeah, I want to make sure that you correctly evaluated any expenditures, and there's a few small kingdom laws that apply to certain large level expenses. And oh, great. Well, yeah. I just wanted working on my math and arithmetic. Well, it's great. I'm sure you did everything right. And I'll just take a look at all these. And he just looks at them. He's like, there's like a flat affect on his face, and he looks over to Corey. And there's like a dwarven complete inexpression that they both have, like where Harem says nothing. Harem has no look on his face. Honestly, Harem being bald and with no mustache makes this more difficult. But Harem does the I'm not making a face. And Corey, you immediately understand. This is atrocious. These numbers are all wrong. These numbers are all wrong.
These numbers, what, Mason? What do they mean?
Yeah.
The numbers aren't numbering.
We'll go over this together, Mary. How's everybody else doing?
We're playing Math Finder, but I can't find the math here. It doesn't make sense.
Kalike and Canera are doing good. They're continuing to help build the Mage Tower. Micmac is actively working on at least trying to understand his gun better. He's taken to like putting it together and taking it apart blindfolded a lot. Sometimes he just is doing it to show off, honestly. Akundeo, honestly, just he'll occasionally visit us in the tavern, but like mostly he's just meandering in the forest, to be honest. Like he just goes off on long hunts. Doesn't seem like he's coming back with much though, so I think he's just trying to clear his head from everything that's happened.
How about his lady friend?
She's helping, but I think I think losing his town, and to be honest, King Corey, I think having nothing to do and not being taken on the last mission, Akundeo is just kind of getting stir crazy. I think he's, I think when you don't have any more vengeance to venge, it just kind of all peters out, if you get what I mean. But no time for sad stuff. How's everybody doing? Like Ragongar runs up Octavia, Octavia immediately runs across and jumps, and she knows that Ragongar will catch her, and Ragongar does catches her in a big hug. Tell me all about it, and immediately Octavia's like, no, I don't think I will. Rather, I'm going to grab a slice of this and follow me. And she pulls him back towards a different direction in the town. She grabs a large pie and then a single bottle of bubbly, and then heads off. Goodbye, everyone.
She's done.
That's right. She has a stomach for anything after all the sickness she's been enduring.
Right?
Grabs a can of buble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, of course, is actively helping people. So what's up with all the people? What happened with Varnhold? I've been barely keeping an eye on it. I've seen you guys moving all about, but I just saw you appear in our lands with 40 people.
I mean, this isn't the first time that's happened.
Yeah, last time it was 200.
You should have been
this time
so surprised.
40.
No, I shouldn't have, but I was hoping for better. I don't report things until I know them, until I know them for sure. That would be irresponsible journalism.
Yep.
I say we should get these people some temporary shelter for now, and then we can speak about it in the town hall.
All right.
Let's just say we have a photo to show you. As remember, we used the black box to photograph the moment.
Yeah, she claps. Everybody, get your fill of food. Make sure that you have a good bout of energy for yourself. Everybody sit down for a good meal. We'll eat for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to spend the next 3 hours setting up at least temporary lodging, finding houses and everything, places where we can hook everybody in, and we'll figure things out moving forward. The town will take leave of council for the rest of the day, and we will go over the established business. I'm so thankful to have guests in the kingdom. You are more than welcome. If you need anything, just speak to any one of us or our citizens. They're more than happy to help you. And she continues on, and about 30 minutes pass. Y'all are able to enjoy a lovely meal. And then 3 hours pass where you guys begin building temporary tents, more permanent kind of sturdier tents, makeshift. There are 3 or 4 actual wooden buildings that get thrown up relatively easy with a whole town's worth of people. It's kind of like a barn building. It's really easy to throw 3 or 4 houses together.
Especially when you have an army of kobolds around.
Yeah.
Right.
With that time moving forward, it's now 10 o'clock, and Jathel might be beginning to stir in the day. Yeah, what is this my bottle of wine? No, it's not. I'm going back to bed.
This isn't my wine.
Shall we speak in the town hall?
I think that's best. I think that's probably for the best.
There's many things to report.
Many things.
Okay, that's I don't like it when you guys say it like that. But yeah, I suppose that it's not gonna get any easier.
There's good news, there's bad news, and then there's news.
No,
True.
not bad news. Worse news.
Okay, that's not great.
Okay. We should gather everyone.
Okay, I'll get everyone who's on the council and anyone else who's invested. I'll try and wake up Jathel, Dex.
I can go ahead and do so.
We can probably leave Octavia out of this. She needs the rest.
Poor Jathel. Not Jathel, poor Octavia.
Octavia's not even on the council, but I'll leave her out. Ragongar's technically the general, though. Do you want me to go
she was
get?
on the council because we had her. We had her as our new mage.
Oh, your new magister. Yeah, she is the new magister. My bad. Yeah, I keep forgetting that we have to replace Tilly.
Brings a tear to eye. If I had tears, brings a drop of sap to the eye.
Like about 15 minutes pass where like Lindsay goes about with all the kobolds and like sends people around to collect everybody. And a long hall room is formed where
Love music.
a long town hall is formed where y'all begin to establish yourselves in your respective seats at this long perpendicular table at the end of it, a grand long fire pit and two series of tables and that go at the orthogonal to yours, and then but beyond those further on basically separated by like a small, like not high screen but low, like knee level screen, is a series of like essentially like seats for someone to sit and like raise in objections or suggestions for the court. And you are now surrounded, bandied about by Amiri, Akundayo, Harem, Kalike. Actually, it's the calmer one today. It's Kalike. Lindsay, Micmac, Octavia, Rigongar. Octavia is actually like very, very tired. She's very smiley, and then she's like, "I'm gonna go back to sleep, guys," and then like walks off. And you at this point you see a all put together in black silk dress Jathal. Now that doesn't seem hardly fair. If I was woken from my slumber, it doesn't seem reasonable that someone else should be excused from their duties. I'm not even on the council. Hello, Dex. It's a pleasure to see you.
Dex just gives like the little wave. Hello.
It is, of course, always a pleasure to see you, darling. I do love for the moment to be regaled of your interesting tales. I have kept myself busy. I have been occupying myself with improving the cuisine within this quaint little village, and of course, since I'm not able to occupy myself with the old pursuits, I have to find different things to keep myself abreast of interesting things, and I have to find ways to stave off effects, which is, of course, something I wish to discuss with you, Dex. But, yes, why have I been called here, King Corey? I thought you tired of my counsel here. And here we'll
Corey.
do...
Oh, go ahead.
I'll switch the music. It's going to be a rule of good. I was under the impression...
Evil line character arrives, you play Rule of Good music.
Well, because the court is good. I was under the impression that I did not fit in this governmental body, though I have plenty of judging experience. Of course, Corey.
Well, after that stun you pulled a few weeks ago, I don't think so either. But
was that before or after my 2 assassination attempts?
Me thinking to myself, was it after?
It was before. Well, the stunt she pulled was like taking y'all all to like the Ola Conconcat.
No, I was thinking of the
Octavia.
the Octavia incident.
Rungar.
When Corey threw her off the council immediately afterwards.
Oh, you're still sore about that. Now the children know what the situation is. That we were merely going to extract information, but I understand. I acted untowardly, and I attempted to control someone, and Do make my apologies, darling. And she like gestures a hand out towards Ragonga, who like doesn't like recoil sharply, but like pulls it back so she can't touch him. Right, right. I'm yeah, King Corey. What did happen out there? Like we don't have any information. Normally Lindsay's been pretty swift about with that newfangled thing I heard. She's been pretty swift about getting info to everybody. So it helps, and she has all that like spying magic or whatever to help keep an eye on y'all. But yeah, that's going to be a later addition to the minutes. We can address that later. What? Yeah, King Corey, what happened? Tell us all about it. And she like
Corey's going to give
up.
a bit of a like false grin and then look over to Dex and Ferker and say, "Well, would our heroes like to regale the court about over what they got the kingdom involved in this time?"
Man, is that sarcasm?
Amiri just kind of sits back. She like puts two hands behind her head and like rotates the chair as far back before it like falls over, and just sits to like enjoy a regaling tale. Lindsay immediately cracks open one book that is her personal journal and another book, and she gets an autoquill started, and she gets both of them ready to like take notes, and like the autoquill will take the basic things, and she's like taking like the flowery descriptions.
Does she also crack open a cold one while she's at it?
Oh, everybody has drinks and stuff, and it's like, of course, that's just reality of like you're gonna be here all day in a fucking stuffy town hall building in the middle of the year.
Crack it open and cold over the council.
Plus guess.
Let's guess.
No, plus guess. Open up a cold one with the council plus guests.
Yes, plus guests. Yeah. Dex, of course, Jathel like pulls up a chair that doesn't normally belong there because there's only chairs for the exact council members, and like insists on inserting herself in between where you normally sit, and like because there's kind of like an order to it, right? There's like an order to like how people are organized. Like the king is in the center, and of course to the left is his counselor Tristian, to the right is his emissary, and normally it's you and the viceroy is like fairly close to the king, and it's the warden, and like because y'all change things up, so you could always sit next to Fekro. She sits in between you and Fekro.
Hi, Jathel.
Hello, Fekro. It's always a good thing to see you. I'm sure things will be wonderful. On the far end, on the right, is the general. On the other
check, was that sarcasm?
Yeah. on the far end, on the right, yeah, it wasn't sarcasm. Actually, it was her being genuine. But she's always laced with like her voice has been laced with years of being just an awful, cruel person.
Pat.
Perpetually laced in irony.
On the far left end, of course, next to you, Fekro, is the treasurer, and on the opposite side of the table is the general and magister, Dragongar, and the blank spot where Octavia would be sitting, but instead it's Amiri. Well, let's hear it. Yeah, I want to see what did you kill today? What had the town in such bad shape that you had to bring everybody from the town? Was it like a something bigger than a dragon, or like smaller than a dragon? Was it a dragon, like griffin? Maybe like a 3-headed bear. I think I've heard of one of those before. Was it like a lizard thing?
If only it was as quaint as either of any of those.
God, so why do I never get to go on the cool things?
Oh, I don't think you would want to have gone in this one.
Probably best to start from the beginning, and we'll get to the big stuff a little bit later.
As I hold the photo of the moment we took, not showing anyone just yet.
Yeah, what is the photo of exactly?
The head of the table, Varden, and his people around him with their heads cracked open.
Oh my, like.
Corey's the one who took that photo, so
yeah.
So we
I don't know. We haven't shown them yet. I'm just saying that's what the photo is of, because we set that up. We were like, this is a tragedy. Let's take a selfie.
We first traveled to Varnhold, and it was completely empty, void of a band of how do I put this?
It was
actually,
bereft of people, beginning to decompose, a town on the brink of destruction, banditry and brigands and all manner of
Void of its
pestilence.
citizens, specifically.
Void of its
Yeah, yeah.
citizens and all manner of pestilence took up occupants in all different regions of the city. There were horrible crab monsters. There were, of course, common rot beetles.
And
Some
that's also where we ran into a guy.
it's like Lindsay writes down a guy, like just a regular guy.
No, that was his name. A guy.
No, yeah, this was a guy.
She
How's that spelled?
she scratches out A-G-I-A-I. Like, I'm assuming that this was a Spriggan.
My brain trying to
It was
remember
a Spriggan.
that there were.
If he was a Spriggan, his name would be Edgar.
It was a Spriggan.
It was a Spriggan, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm thinking of Spriggans in other games where they're more like
Yeah.
tree-like. That's what...
Yeah, they were looting and general banditry. That was a difficult fight.
I consumed the man.
Dex.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later.
We already did talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later again.
I'm sure it's fine.
Ignoring the part where Dex ate a person.
Okay, so thinking about what's local here, you guys ran into some
was
sportal
that?
boards, some weird crab things. I have no idea what they are, and a bunch of Spriggans who took over Varnhold space. Where was everybody else?
That comes the next part.
So
That's
in the
the best
town.
part of the story.
So we had a very difficult fight against a guy and his bandit brigand, where they took over like the actual town hall. Actually, I got a nice little bag from him. Hold up my new bag.
Oh, nice.
Very neat bag.
Very neat bag.
Good
Anyways,
looting as always, Fekro, and like Amiri seems like bemused. I'm sure
but,
that this
in the
is
town.
arriving to something. Yes, Dex. I'm Fekro. I'm sure this is arriving to something.
But other than them, the town was, and the creatures, the town was completely devoid of all its citizens. Everything pointing towards the centaurs being the culprit.
The Noman
Now-
Centaurs.
Yes, but it was a little bit too obvious, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. Oh, I was already telling you. I don't think that they would be the cause for any of this nonsense. They're usually they keep to themselves. They don't. They're not the aggressors.
Long story short, they were being framed.
Huh. This was making for a good story. And like she's quickly like writing things down.
So eventually, we made our way and visited the Noman centaurs themselves and spoke with their chief. Dex, you want to regale this part of the story?
Sorry, I was in a different mind space at the moment. What am I doing?
We're talking about how we visited the Noman centaurs.
Ah, yes. Nomen Centaurs. Obviously, it seemed a bit too obvious that they were the ones who are going to be the ones causing issues. And as we further discussed with them, we found that the people that were in Varnhold simply left. And not left as in of their own volition, but drawn away by something you could say. Something dark.
Okay.
As we followed the trail, we were told that, remember the Valley of the Dead we had went to?
Like Amiri sits up, and so does Jason. Yes.
Yes, they were lured or per se taken there. We had then heard stories from the Nomen Centaur about the Lich that was there. Some great evil. Apparently, the evil that was in that tower that was in the middle, remember that? that Tilly had sensed a great source of magic from there.
Yes, I do believe I remember the rabbit who has decided to make herself scarce here decided that there was something we needed to avoid out there, some random granite spiking tower in the middle of the river.
Yes, that was the Lich.
So, just to add on a bit before we move on from the centaurs, when we spoke to their chieftain, they said that the land where this tower was poisoned or cursed. I can't remember the wording they used.
Kind of both.
But that no one ever last on there, and that her daughter had traveled there and has not returned. So, we gained their trust, and they provided us a shield that, according to their legend or one of their stories, one of their own went in there, and the only reason they survived was because they were clutching this shield when everyone else in that part. So they entrusted us with this shield as we made our way to the Valley of the Dead.
Mm-hmm. It turns out it was not your run-of-the-mill Lich, no matter how common we would like that to not be. It was a Lich known as Vortikai. You may have known of him.
No, Dex, because the Mordecai is from like before the falling of the star, when everything when society was driven back down into huts across all of Galarian.
Dex slowly turns his head. Lindsay, have I ever lied?
Oh gods, you're being serious.
It was a Cyclops with a very potent artifact as its singular eye.
The people were being lured there in the form of a ritual of some sorts, but more of a way of gathering information, as Dex tries to figure out how to make this sound as less gruesome as possible.
So,
well, this is troubling. This explains the lovely photo which the king has decided to present to us. I'm sure that will make for a great addition to your paper, Lindsay.
So traveling to the Land of the Dead, we found an entrance into this tower. And as soon as we stepped foot, there was immediate trouble. Not in the form of any creature, but
Well,
to not go into too much detail, as I give a glance to Octavia, or where Octavia would be.
there are Gungar's here, isn't he?
He is. I'll give a glance to Gungar. The land was...
Irradiated.
Okay. I'm not even sure how to say it, Commander King. But I.
Commander King.
Can I say that this is operational knowledge that is not, unless you're the king here, so if you already know, which do you? I don't even know what I'm working with. Octavia's not here. She should have told me about this.
We've spoken in depth with Octavia.
Okay, so is your decision to
yeah.
make this not common knowledge in this in the city? Because then me and Octavia are gonna have another longer talk. But the whole point was us not to talk about this.
Radiation in the newspapers? No, I hope not to.
Yeah, I say we don't.
We'll just simply cause it as a sickness on the land.
Okay. Yeah, and Regonger, now that he has the confidence that the king is behind him on this, I'm going to ask, for operational reasons, both the emissary, counselor, and anyone else who speaks to the public, and he very pointedly looks at Lindsay. This is operational knowledge related to the security of the kingdom, and for the sake of the kingdom, I would ask and request that you couch any of these terms without mentioning the exact function or name of what was poisoning this land. I don't think the average citizen needs to know this sort of thing. Do you?
It was a noxious miasma.
Yeah, perfectly accurate.
Okay. Okay. Well, I suppose that I can write that, and like Lindsay gets to like basically scratching out, make sure there's no trace, and like make sure there's no record of this thing that was mentioned except in her personal journal. Now, I think it's funny that when I lie, it's problematic, but when all of you lie to the kingdom over something like this, it's to protect them. It's funny how that works. It's not really the exact thing that we're doing, it's why we decide we're doing it, but okay.
It is not a lie. It is simply holding deeper information.
I
We're
know,
giving the people what they need.
I know, love, but you're undermining me right now in front of everybody else, so...
Gives her a pat on the shoulder, pat.
For all intents and purposes, Dex, it is a lie.
Oh no, I've broken my streak of never lying. Wait, I'm not the one telling the story. Never mind, I'm good.
That's...
Oh yes, we're not lying. We're asking Lindsay to lie. That makes things so much better.
Like, when you say that, when you say that, your Jathel has a genuine moment. She wishes to open her mouth, and like that's not. I don't care about this. Do I tell him this? Do I tell him that that's not exactly like? Do I moralize to my husband? No, that's not important.
No, that's not how that actually works.
Do I moralize to my partner? No, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think Dex is actually proposed yet, so she just still thinks boyfriend.
All right. Well, do continue. Of course, you clearly are fine. So you climbed the spooky tower and killed the awful monster, I'm sure.
So we started in the basement, and it was filled with You think like Lich, Necromancer, undead creatures? No.
Obviously, yes.
We were fighting demons
Quite opposite.
from Abaddon.
Strange.
So many demons.
Lindsay immediately looks to, as does anyone else who has any magical knowledge, at Jathel, and she says, "What? Okay, just because Urgathoa exists in the same pocket dimension as Abaddon does not mean I would have had any advanced knowledge on this, and I didn't. You can use one of those truth spells on me if you wish to, Lindsay, but clearly, even in front of the council, I know that I didn't know."
There were definitely a few undead, but it was mostly demons.
Well, it's fancied himself a user of many creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose someone with that level of magical acumen would have been able to summon all manner of things. I'm sure that was dreadfully difficult. I'm sorry, love. Continue on, Vecra.
We climbed each floor of this tower, starting from the basement, finding all kinds of manners of creatures. There's a bunch of secret doors that we found, thanks to Dex and our king.
Most led to traps. Again, my mistake.
We met what we thought was a
secret door. I don't get it. Anyway. I'm trying to remember all the details. Oh, we found, and I'll pull out from the bag. We found these pottery from dating.
We met what we thought was an orm, a water orm. We didn't find a water orm. It was actually a plesiosaurus. Karam just picks that up.
Oh no! Oh yeah. If you see a Loch Ness-looking creature, a plesiosaurus, as Haram is described, in the lake nearby, do not worry, he is friend.
He is friend, not food.
Well, that would explain a lot of reports that I've been gathering for one of my papers, which is I'm going to have to abandon now because I was working at the angle of like mass hysteria and the dangers it poses to the public. And she she pulls like a whole like thing and she says, "I'm gonna have to rework all of this now." Sure. Let's just keep on going.
Lindsay, you might find this interesting. We found pottery from the ancient Cyclopean time.
Oh yes, yes. Oh, let me see. And like she, as you hand it to her out of the bag, she says, "Ooh, this is great. This is like a museum level piece."
Mhm.
But like there's a break in her voice. This thing was in like an evil liches. You guys like made sure this is like dispelled and doesn't have any like curses or knowledge curses or anything on it, right?
Oh, it should be fine.
Not that we know of. Tristan was here with us. He has good curses.
It is. It is. You do not need to worry, Lindsay. It is free of curses. I have made sure that as much as I could, I expunged every trace of evil back to the hellish realms where it belongs, or I made it consumed in the fires of Saturn.
Speaking of ancient knowledge and knowledge, Dex just wheels in his little cart of like 5,000-ton tablets.
We found these as well.
Dex, I think you found essentially a Rosetta Stone to the Cyclopean people.
Yeah,
This
that
is-
actually makes a lot of sense now.
This may be the single greatest archaeological find in the Eobarian area.
It's a Rosetta Stone.
It was so heavy. But yes, as we had discovered this old pottery and the history of Cyclopeans as well as these tablets, we had found more unsightful things as well. The
Um,
people of Varnhold.
Let's get to that in a moment. So before that, we found a statue in a secret room.
Yeah, that one.
This is the player speaking. I forgot what the statue depicted. Was it of?
It was just a big
that
eye.
guy? Oh, just a big eye.
Big ol' eye,
It was,
big ol'
it was
guy.
a giant eyeball, and since we felt power radiating from it, we decided to destroy it.
Clever.
Turns out, not the best thing.
I'm
Uh,
sure that worked great for all of you.
We the Lich came to us afterwards.
Well, likely you destroyed one of his abilities to scry upon you or something, Fecker. I'm sure that would anger me too if I were a powerful wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, first we crack the statue, and then we obliterate the statue. By we, I mean Cory.
Clever moves, King.
And that's what really, really angered it.
And the Lich Mordecai appeared before us, and we
Oh, I
fought
really
against
don't
him.
like this part. Yeah, go
We fought
ahead.
against him in that room. And
Pat harem, pat.
he had enthralled Harem and took Harem under his control.
I'm not proud of this part.
So we had to fight both Mordecai
Corey
and
glances over at Aram.
luckily we managed to fend off Mordecai for the moment, but not without a lot of trouble.
Well, of
So-
course, yeah. Some.
You said some very hurtful things, Harem.
I'm
I couldn't understand the things you said
I'm
to
not
me.
able to entirely tell you. None of those things have never crossed my mind normally, but you know, it's one of those things where yeah, we all have hateful things we know we could say, but I didn't mean to say them.
That's also how us dwarves fight now.
Yeah, it's also a dwarven thing to just know how to best insult your friend, and you know, I know you non-dwarven folk wouldn't take kindly to it. I could insult the king, but he's the king, so it's not fitting and proper. But like if he was just a dwarven buddy of mine, you know, it'd be proper for me to insult everything from his shoes to his beard to his crafting skill.
Ooh, low blow, the crafting skills.
But
How ironic coming from harem.
Well, not saying I
Yeah.
would insult the king's crafting skill. I'm just saying, you know, if it wasn't for decorum, I
I'm not
would.
saying I would, I'm just saying I could.
so we could not break Harem free of this this effect, so we just tied him up and carried him with us.
He broke free of his own volition.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
And you remember the red mage from Varnhold, right?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
The one who accused us of all the bad doings going on in Varnhold.
Oh yeah, but at least he exposed Silent, which was honestly,
He didn't expose him. He did.
okay, fine. Sifal Laurentus, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
That
so
was
we
his
ran into him.
name.
Okay. Was he
Except
not
except
alive?
he was,
Okay.
he was undead
Yeah.
Correct.
and attacking us.
Cool. This is great. I'm assuming it gets worse from there as you climb the tower.
Dex
100%.
felt very cathartic in destroying him.
Oh yes, I have. I like reach into my bag and just pull out a skull. Very satisfied.
Dex, I think you're I know you're a druid, so this isn't come normally, but I think you're supposed to do a lot of stuff to give people their last rites when they're corrupted by a necromancer or stuff, and then let them.
He was an asshole. As I put the skull back away.
Oh my!
I was very much happy with doing so with many of the people. Very much.
I thought you gave him last rites. I saw you had the skull on you, but I thought you gave him last rites already. You were just waiting to bury him somewhere else.
Oh no! I left his body in the tar pit.
Oh, so the plant does speak,
Oh,
and
he was an
and
asshole.
what was your paltry part in this little plant thing? I'm sure. Did you yop the ear of the creature off endlessly about your lovely little fire and such?
Oh,
No, I survived power word kill.
Yeah.
he did.
He also proceeded to
Jathel
incinerate the leech.
doesn't know how to respond to that because Jathel has only vaguely heard that. She turns to the rest of them, and Lindsay's the one who makes eye contact with her, but Lindsay's eyes are bright golden open, like full dinner plate eyes looking at Jathel, and she just shakes her head. Don't continue this.
So, a little bit of spoilers, but Mordecai tried very hard to kill Satis and failed.
Multiple times.
In both encounters.
Yeah, he started off with using power word kill. That didn't kill me. Second time he tried to paralyze me and beat me to death after giving himself fire resistance. Yeah, I burned him and purified him using divine magic.
So, let's just say that Satis was very instrumental in us actually surviving.
Okay, so of course, some god-aligned chosen one was successful in opposing some, and he opposed some special word magic like Lindsay, and Lindsay stands up and points at Jathel and says, "Power word, shut up." And and Jathel's mouth wraps around with her tongue becomes locked down with essentially a long piece of tapestry, and it starts wrapping around her face. All right, keep going.
It's been very useful against the Lich.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it would have, Dex, and especially someone who knows power words. I would have been able to help or modify the pronunciation or something. I don't know. Sorry, I wasn't there, guys.
Giving a pat to the shoulder of Jade. Like, sorry.
Continuing on, we climbed the tower further, and this is where I'll let our king and Dex continue, because we found something very grim. As I gesture to the photo.
Well, Harum kind of turns to the king. Well, king, you took the photo, so I figure you want to describe the scene at the table.
The king has perished.
King Corey?
No, I'm here. I guess I just sigh, but I guess I didn't pick up on the microphone.
No.
Definite sigh.
Lesai.
It was quite a strange scene when we came upon it there. Trying to remember how many people we counted at the table. I think like 18 members of the court there at Varnhold, all gathered around, or all situated around the table as if they were having a final supper of sorts. But then, if I remember right, all of the heads were either removed or brutalized there at the table.
Their craniums were cracked open, quite literally.
Oh, I know this. As like the spell begins to wear off and like her tongue like loosens, I know this technique. Everyone at the table turns to Jathel. What?
Yeah, it's where you eat the brain and you get their knowledge.
Yes, it's and like now everyone turns to the plant. He's correct.
What?
If you're undead, you can
I
eat.
fight undead for a living. Why do you think I wouldn't know this?
And I am undead. Doesn't mean I do this. I prefer the black broth.
Yeah.
Which I've had to recently change my diet because Urgatho is no longer allowing me to eat it, which is a thing I need to address with you, Dex.
So, the Vorticai that we faced, just moving on a little bit,
Oh, history update
he
for
was
you.
trying to regain his power by consuming people's knowledge, because this was a weakened guy. Anyways, after we found that gruesome mess,
Wait, you guys are
We-
still calling him Mordecai?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. I guess
History lesson update for you, Lindsay, to update the books.
I guess you are right, Satis. He was not actually even the person he claimed to be. How unimpressive.
Yeah, that was just his apprentice.
Yes. That would
He
be
did
like
live as long, but
that would be like if I called myself Kanana. That was my nun at the orphanage who trained me. And anyways, it is rather ridiculous, don't you think? Now we did do all manner of things to, of course, help the people of Varnhold when we found them inside these magical jars of souls. Luckily, their bodies reformed, but it was only the people who we were able to bring back with us. Everyone else was, unfortunately, dead.
Not full.
Yes. Dex is correct. Their brains eaten and everything. I wish to speak up now. What is this about eating brains, Jathel?
she just said she doesn't do it.
Yeah, just like I don't.
Roll me a
do it.
deception check against his will DC. This is the first that he's ever been informed that anyone other
Oh,
than Dex
yeah.
is undead in this town.
Oh, he may or may not find out why she is so sickly pale all the time.
His will
Pale as
DC is a 30.
Oh, my Black Lotus, will you be exposed this day? We'll find out.
you know what? I kind of hope she is.
Charming
That's
liar,
funny.
amazing.
I kinda
Yeah.
I kind of hope she doesn't, just because it makes it even funnier.
This is
Let's
going
see
fun.
that roll, ladies and gentlemen. And the
Deception, baby. Roll me deception. Plus 18. Holy shit, dude. You just need to roll a 12 or higher. Oh, nice, amazing. When you get a critical success, you didn't get a critical success, but you did succeed. And she says, yes, it is entirely possible I misheard. She doesn't eat brains. Why would she mention she doesn't eat brains?
Yeah, I don't eat brains.
Oh,
I give
okay, but
a
you're
very stern look at Jathel.
See, and here's the thing, though. Everyone understands that she's undead except for him.
Except
but I
for
don't
him,
think that they- I think they don't. I think what he doesn't understand is that he is the one who really doesn't understand that she's not undead.
Yeah.
Or that everyone thinks that he thinks that she's not undead.
Yeah. What you're getting at, everyone else thinks he knows
Yeah,
but
exactly.
him, and he doesn't.
It's like, yeah, I don't need brains. Why would she?
That's because she's, and like Jathel
It's a
stands
poor
up.
joke.
Yes, of course, it's a poor joke, and it's a joke, and we'll all laugh at it, right, Lindsay? Right?
Ha 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 ha.
It was a very poor tasting joke.
Wrong one.
Amiri says, "I don't know. I think it was a bad joke. Maybe you should explain it." Jathel. But usually a joke gets worse if you explain it. I don't understand what the premise was. Maybe this is another thing where I need to fix my Kadir into Kaldane. Is it like a thing related to the fact that like I don't know what the joke would be still. I'm not.
It was just a very poor tasting joke.
That would be because Harem almost like a Eeyore of fact stands up. That would be, of course, because you see, Christian, she is a. Has anyone interrupted?
She doesn't like her taste palette being defiled by poor tasting ingredients.
Bad taste of joke.
No. Sadness, if that's what you're operating under, I think I need to correct you. That can't. That absolutely can't be it.
No.
Worry not,
That's
Adam.
exactly what she's
Simply
referring
we'll
to.
come back to it later.
But I feel like it should be addressed. But okay, please enter it into the minutes. I'd like to come back to this. Jathel looks at like Lindsay, and Lindsay will scratch it from the minutes on both books. All right. Well,
Anyway.
yeah, we got rid of the lich, who wasn't even really the person he was claiming to be, and we got rid of the soul jars, and then there was something that Dex had to deal with. Oh yeah, it's important because it's related to you actually. And he looks over to Jathel. I'm sorry, what?
Oh. I was hoping for that to be a later discussion. As Dex little flames kind of look around
Congratulations, it became a now discussion.
For Dix's sake, I will interrupt, and I'll start describing the actual battle we had with Mordecai.
Yeah.
Or Mordecai's apprentice.
You're sad I'm a
For
bit
Lindsay's
mad.
sake.
This of course immediately gets Lindsay's attention, and Lindsay's like okay, cool. Like she's writing the epic moments of this clash. And then what happened?
And then he summoned the stars to fall upon us.
Amazing, yeah. Lindsay is completely distracted, as is Amiri. What happens after you finish the combat stuff with Corey? Where do you lead this story? And then we got back home.
The end. No, not really.
And then we got here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, that doesn't seem too much happened. Well, I mean, a lot happened. A crazy lot happened, actually. But I'm glad you guys are okay. Glad that, well, now we have to figure out what's going on. Well, this actually ties into things with Varnhold and, proper messaging. And there's also... and Amiri looks over to him, over to Lindsay and says, and you have to bring up the thing before we finish the meeting. We don't and you're going to bring up the thing before we finish the meeting, right, honey?
There's a lot of things we're cutting back to, it seems.
Oh, I also forgot we saved the Nomen Centaur's chieftain's daughter.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
great. Wait, that we can establish peace between us and the centaurs. That could be that you guys don't understand. If we establish peace between us and the centaurs, that's we'll achieve something that the entire Chaldean Empire could never do.
Yeah, I did.
It's already done.
I was about to say, did we already do that?
Yeah.
I wasn't
I
even
brought them back.
part
I brought
of it.
them back their bow from Varnhold to apparently it took the bow.
Lindsay curls over sideways in her chair. I didn't even get to be part of making history.
Pat. He may or may not have disintegrated. He may or may not have disintegrated.
That's what
you or me.
everybody says to the person who records history.
Well, here's the thing, though. The person who records history typically dies. Did you want to be disintegrated? I don't know.
All right.
I think it's pretty great.
It's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, I imagine not.
Anyways,
I
you
can
have something to
speak
say,
from
Lindsay?
personal experience.
Yeah, Lindsay,
Yep.
what is this? What is this thing Mary mentions?
Yeah, you have something to announce?
All right. So there's several things, and she immediately launches into. So there's currently some issues going on on the border between southern Casmaron and, of course, Brevoy and the rest of the region of the northern lands with the kings and everything that Lady Jamani's doing and stuff. And there's some political turmoil going on there. Like her wife is just shaking her head at her. That is not what we're talking about. There's of course an Istia Rostlin debate, kerfuffle thing happening. She's not getting into what she should be discussing.
Uh-huh.
There's also issues like west of the king, of the lands. There's some things happening.
No, we really should make friends with those lizard folk that were being led astray. Yeah, put it like there.
I thought you had a more personal announcement. This is just world news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just a little bit of world news.
I like to Amiri.
Same.
Amiria's like arms are crossed at her wife.
Pans back to Lindsay.
Is there something you're not telling us, Lindsay?
Just gonna use Aura Sight on her.
Lindsay is being deceptive when you use Aura Sight on her.
Now,
she's nervous
Stop
and
being
and
deceptive.
being deceptive.
Now, Lindsay, what did we say about lying to the rest of the court?
You just see the plant's eyes like glowing. I see your lie.
I see you being deceptive. You know I can see this. So stop being deceptive.
Literally.
So did you know that King Iravetti, my former king, but I never swore fealty to him, so he's not technically my king. I was just like I was like a peasant, not a citizen of Pitex. When I was going to the college, has been concerned with Rostlin's expansion. Oh God, I really don't want to talk about this.
See, this is how I know.
Stalling.
This is how I know you're hiding something, because you're speaking faster than you usually do.
And then the Brevik agents were expanding south into the distant borderlands, and then a lot of the discussion became a bigger discussion about whether the maneuvering that's happening because of Lady Jamani is an official political movement, and whether the King of Isia needs to be concerned about it.
You're speaking almost as fast as you write.
Okay, I stole something from the treasury.
Oh, like a gold coin or two?
I stole a lot of money from the treasury.
Like 10 gold coins?
Harem, you're never leaving the court again.
No, this is before Harem reported it, and I said nothing because I changed some of the reports because I was constantly changing his reports. That would explain why I could never explain some of the missing numbers and some of the things never lined up. I always remember the numbers. I have a really good mind for numbers, King Corey.
Corey is glaring at Harem rather than Lindsay.
I have a good mind for numbers, but I could never explain where the expense was going.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. Did Harem's accusation for Jaethal, was that between Corey and him, or is that just an open thing that we had when she wasn't around?
Oh, that was that was an open thing. Jaethal stands up.
It's like, wait, so you're saying that you blamed Alec over Jaethal?
I
for
have
stealing
been
money.
falsely accused by this court.
I had never accused you. I knew you wouldn't do it.
And I know this, and I love you, and I will forgive you for anything. But I have been falsely accused by this court and king and demand reparation. My title was stripped from me wrongly.
Well, I think that was for a different
reason.
Please, both of you are supposed to be helping me stop this.
I mean, I agree with you, but that was for a different reason.
This woman has known all along that I have been wrongfully accused and has hidden her deception. Like this is a difficult thing that like she's not doing well. Like everyone knows Jathel's like this is a show she's putting on, and Jathel also doesn't give. She's putting on emotions about things she doesn't give a shit about. Like she's done far worse in her lifetime. Horrible shit. This woman
Is this a
has
performance check?
stolen. Yeah. Stolen from you. She's mocking you to your face. Yeah, and Jathel will roll a performance check. She has a very low performance.
Explain yourself.
She has a 13. No, it's not.
I give her like a little theater clap.
Come on, if you're going to at least put on a performance, you got to do it right.
Enough of you.
Sit down.
Just rolls a 20. Just casually flexing.
You'll miss the 0 at the end of that.
So probably it's fair that I have been telling you guys to not be as harsh on Jathel, because I know that I did the things that a lot of you were accusing her for, and it was kind of helping snowball a lot of things towards her against her. Which would explain why I, because we're connected, felt at all bad towards you, like Emiri says towards Jathel.
So, why did you take the money and what for?
Not that I'm curious about now. If it's not 10 gold, how much was it? Platinum? That's a lot of gold.
Well,
wait, 10 gold is platinum. Never mind.
I wanted to build an honest goodness printing press, but I didn't want anything broken or obsolete, and I was hoping to get cutting edge things so we could really, revolutionize this kingdom with one of the greatest commodities that any kingdom can work with, which is information. So I was doing a lot of research, and I was designing a really impressive machine, and honestly, it's pretty good machine work, and I think the King Cory will be quite confident in it when it's finished.
Who designed the machine work? Was it Dwarven assisted at least?
Well, yeah, I had a lot of Dwarven and gnome consultants, actually, but which is some of the fees that for the money I've stolen.
Consultants?
Well, and technically, the real bigger, the bit that you might be pleased when you see it comes in, which implies that she doesn't have this yet. She has stolen money for a thing that isn't even in your kingdom yet.
I was just going to make me note of that. I was like, wait, is it not here?
A lot, I've started the printing setup, and we have a lot of block printing, screen printing. We have a simple rolling printing system. But this would be like a configurable system with like touch type. It would actually be relatively quick and it would be almost like configurable within seconds. It would really revolutionize the public's access to knowledge and their right to the news.
We get its benefits. Can you go into more details on why this is bad?
Where is it?
Not too. Where
Get to the bad news, please.
You now realize in your history, Dex, in your history, Fekro, and in your past, in the last 2 or 3 months, basically since, let me see how long y'all have been a kingdom since. Y'all arrived here in Gosrin, which was Gosrin the 3rd day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months almost. You realize over the last 4 months, Lindsay has done little things where she has been using her bard charm, and you now realize she's been using a considerable degree of bard charm to keep what she thinks of as light borrowing hidden from you. She has in plain sight mentioned little things she was doing, which because of her charm, you overlooked it. Oh, I'm just gonna be editing some reports. Oh, I'm just working on something. Do you mind if I throw a few more requests for X, Y, or Z thing that you're now realizing like is essentially her conglomerating a lot of like printing access, papers, different paper formats, a whole building that you never asked what was being used for, Kingori?
She's going to bankrupt the kingdom to print papers slightly faster.
I mean, the kobolds do it pretty efficiently, I think.
I'm really certain it's going to pay for itself within a month, to be honest. But it's
Wait,
just
so
it's
people
we've.
pay for the papers at least.
Oh, and which of these consultants told you that?
Oh dear.
I did a fair degree of research, but you know it's just a real snag.
Is
The-
it not here, is it?
No, no. You see, I skimmed some money from the treasury and kingdom resources, and I made sure that we arrived under budget for several buildings, while still satisfactorily building them to the king's demands.
I look outside the window, just see like a window missing from a building.
Yeah.
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 I was wondering why that building didn't have a window.
Corey is now
that was-
staring at Lindsay after like glaring.
I just thought that they wanted more air to the house.
I had to order parts and components all across Avestan, and I had to, get the shipping for these parts. Unfortunately, the press and the components for it, for the press, went missing en route to our kingdom, and I have received a letter from. Unfortunately, I didn't steal enough.
There it is.
I didn't steal enough to acquire delivery insurance or expedited shipping or delivery insurance on the materials. So they have at least informed us where they went missing and how long ago they went missing.
So what you're saying is
Was it at
you
least
took that money
a day or
and
two
got no
ago?
return.
Oh my god, the kingdom has been robbed in 2 places.
All I know is about a week ago. Yeah, about a week ago. Yeah, Lindsay. Yeah. I mean, she is a bard. Maybe she'd try to sing that to make it hit less hard. About a week ago, the parts of the press went missing because a trio of hags from named the Jagged Briar Coven attacked.
Hags? I don't know
Hags?
what printing piece is.
I don't know. But all I know is that the hags
rub
did in fact steal all the parts for the press, and they have traveled.
trained you.
They have traveled
Pinch
to
my
a
eyebrows if I had the eyebrows.
hidden enclave in the southern Gnarl Marches.
What the heck?
They wanted to create their own magazine, Play Hag.
Weekly hags.
Play hag is something I never want to fucking hear you ever say again. Delete me from existence if you ever repeat that in my.
Thanks, I hate it.
What's wrong with Play Hag?
And at this point, I think it's fair to say, Amiri, just speak it out. Finally, hon, like it's not gonna get easier if you don't admit this. The parts aren't really the main thing. I just know that that's what you guys are concerned with. But like, I think we have to do this, and I think you guys have to help me. I would ask you to help me, but now I think you have to help me. And I would normally not use those words, except in order to get my operation off the ground, I hired a printing press expert named Eobald, and one of my old teachers from Pitax
Were they
to
also
accompany.
taken by the hags?
And I think that whatever happened to the parts happened to them as well.
Oh my goodness. They are frogs.
Yeah, Eobald was one of my teachers from Pitax, and he was also really an expert in printing technology.
Was he not an expert?
Honestly, it's actually, I feel a little bit better now that's off my shoulders. I'm relieved that my borrowing is now out in the open.
So,
I just-
emissary, what is your plan for retrieving this? Because
Above my
if you
head.
committed all this embezzlement and have nothing to show for
No, I would
for it-
usually call it borrowing, not really embezzlement.
I put my hand on her shoulder. Lindsay, so you're saying we are out an unknown amount of gold, as well as 2 people have
Well,
gone missing.
not necessarily unknown.
Well, unknown to me.
There's
How much?
nothing to be shown for this embezzlement. I could easily have you disbarred from the council and cleaning all of the gutters within the city for the next decade.
Correct. But think of the lives that are in danger. Specifically, my
It was
former
like, hey, I
professor.
can have my old seat back. God.
Corey looks over to Amiri. Amiri, I suggest you take your wife on a scouting mission before to save her ass from an imminent
Well,
disbarment.
that's what we wanted to ask you guys about. I'll help with her, of course. I'm now involved in this.
Contractually, I'll believe it.
But
Contractually.
I would like to ask your help in finding this person, because if there are a bunch of powerful mages, there's no guarantee that my sword can kill all of them, that they won't do something underhanded. And I know Lindsay is strong, but she's a bard mage, not a combat mage.
Pat on both shoulders.
And I really don't want a random guy, especially someone she thinks is a decent fella, to die on account of just a bad shipment.
Oh, I'm certain the rest of the Corps would agree that if there are hags in the kingdom, they surely need to be dealt with. But until they are located, and Corey's gonna like glare again at Lindsay, then we have much more important matters to attend here in the kingdom and capital first. Corey's essentially implying that they need to find these hags first before Corey is going to get the rest of the court involved in dealing with them.
Yeah, I can look over the route. They took a route from Pytax.
You'd love that.
It combined with river ferries and overland roads and horse-drawn wagons. So I just need to look through like places that would likely have like a deep cove or cave. I have been receiving communications from Eobald, so I know he's alive. He was my bard teacher, so he knows the dream message spell.
Something good.
He knows the dream message spell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, great. If you have an idea of what part of the kingdom that they're in, that should certainly shorten your search window.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I have an idea. He's given me a few landmarks, and I'll start squaring it away. It's
I
somewhere in the.
suggest you start scouting now before my patience runs ever thinner.
Yeah, of course. I think I understand that. I'll get a map out and I'll go to the map room.
Poor Lindsay, she's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I promise the people will never have better news in the kingdom than after this. Like the updates. This even. I think he actually was really interested in your design, and like he wants to see about you possibly patenting your picture box with maybe my name, but my name doesn't have to be mentioned on it now. Considering everything, but like maybe patenting it with the Pathfinder Society.
That's exactly the vibe I'm getting right there.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the.
Yeah, Corey's just staring blankly at her.
I'm gonna go to the map room, and like she disappears with Amiri. Like
the king is unamused.
A little text box in the corner. The king will remember this.
You see Jathel stand up. She walks around to the front of this like perpendicular table to the length of the room.
Yes.
Sorry, my brain is my OCD stuff's acting up. Sorry.
I know you're good. That was more of a yes towards her.
She stands up. She steps in front of Corey, and she rests a hand like a dainty demure hand in front of Corey, expecting him to do something. Corey, King Corey, I wish to not insult your position, though an insult has been offered to me. And she is looking kind of like about the room, never making eye contact with Corey, kind of looking at the windows, the walls, but she's resting like a limp hand in front of you, like expecting you to make an apology.
Oh, I don't think that's going to ever happen.
I was wrongfully accused, and it could all be blown over for a simple formal apology. I do have right regarding something such as this. I do believe that this amounts to, especially considering how public this was, a case for slander.
I'm actually slightly confused as to what this is about.
I was wrongfully accused of being the one who stole from your kingdom. I was publicly shamed as a thief. I have gained and garnered a reputation by slander by none other than a public figure in a public setting from the king himself. I wouldn't say that I would make this an issue, but if this could all be resolved with a simple apology. And she is resting her hand in front of you.
Out of character, I don't actually remember this.
So like when Harem first mentioned that, like, hey, there's a discrepancy in the funds, like that was during during a public town hall meeting, and like he mentioned there's a discrepancy, and there was like basically like kind of a breakout like issue with like Jathel, you an untrustworthy bitch.
Yeah, it's like, of course she's the one who stole it. Damn, Jathel, and then the jokes are cracked on it. Oh, he perished.
I'm still here.
I'm not saying I would demand anything, Corey, but it would be nice to have an apology. A formal apology. Perhaps one as public as my indiscretion. Maybe in front of the citizens. They are gathered together for a festival right now. We could ride out on a cart.
Just imagine Corey sticks his head out the window. Jathel did not steal money.
Yeah.
Corey's gonna look over towards a harem and say, "Are we absolutely certain that that Lindsay is the only accounting errors?"
Well, give me one moment. I could call Lindsay back in here. And like he grabs Lindsay, and like Lindsay approaches, and Lindsay again has this kind of just like tiny child energy in the child scolded by dad energy in the room, like looking down at her feet, kicking a little bit at the dust or the carpet. Yes, everybody. I was going over the gnarl merchant stuff.
Here's my everything for this.
Oh, the king just wants to know exactly how much did you steal? Because I have the numbers and the figures in my head, and considering everything else, I've totaled it up. How much was the amount that you squirreled away for the project? You know, in total, because I have. She pulls out like a series of receipts that she's like stapled together, and like there's a lot of
receipts that somehow seem possible out of her pockets.
Like out of her specific personal journal, and she says. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. 4 or 5. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not hearing her too well, King. My hearing might be messed up from being dominated by magics or being knocked out. I might. To be honest, I might have a concussion or several. It has. We have been fighting pretty hardy. Did anyone else hear it? No, I simply didn't.
No. I swear, if I had a megaphone spell, I'd cast it on her.
Yeah.
Lindsay, how much money was it?
4 or 5.
Up or I cast the horn.
There you go.
She unless until you cast Bullhorn, she's not singing it.
Yeah, cast Bullhorn.
It's just- the whole kingdom just fucking hears.
Hey, if I cast this, everyone's gonna hear it.
Yeah, I don't
Even
really...
the townspeople.
3, 2,
Oh gosh.
1.
You finally, like you cast it. Give me the description of Bullhorn. I need to know. You have to
A
reverse
lot.
loud enough for you to be heard across 500 feet. Fuck. 4 or 5 platinum, give or take 700 gold.
500 feet. Oh my god, that's like outside of the map, right?
I don't think we soundproof the kingdom doors or the
This was a threat.
town halls. everyone like eating at the
And by the
festival,
way,
like,
this is 1,200 feet because it's hiding 6.
oh, that's right, because you're upcasting.
Which technically
as-
only makes up, at the time, only made up. It makes up maybe like 5% now, but like, you know, the Bullhorn last thing. She's trying to be quiet, but she realizes it's not out, and she finally says it only made up 5% of the gross domestic income of the kingdom at now, but back then it was 13%.
Corey is going to rival the Bullhorn with a very loud.
Yeah, equally loud. What the fuck? Well, no, King Corey, if that's considering, that's actually the amount that was the discrepancy. And I was trying to see if it was just being squirreled away by possibly the defense budget, but no, yeah, that is correct. That is the entirety. Jathan wouldn't have been able to steal anything because that's down to the penny. That's down to the copper.
Down to the penny with a margin of error of 700 or 800 gold. And you Corey like glares over at Lindsay again.
Lindsay holds up the exact amount. She says 4 or 5, give or take 500 or 700 gold. As she finally holds up the full receipt, it is 5 platinum, 700 gold, 32 silver, and 5 copper. At the time, it was 13% of the gross domestic income of the nation.
Jesus.
Now it's 5%.
That's a lot of money.
Corey grits his teeth so much he almost like draws blood, and then he glances towards
Think the king's about to have
Jaethal.
think the
It
king's about to have
says-
an ulcer.
I apologize for the false accusation several weeks back.
We could do it on the public steps, of course. I mean, that would be equally public as what you've done to me, but...
Is that not going over the Bullhorn?
No. She like the Bullhorn
No,
is
the
cast.
Bullhorn.
The Bullhorn is cast on Lindsay. You know, we could of course do this on the public steps. You know, equally as public as how you shamed me, seeing as this is a private council meeting.
As Blowhorn just keeps going on the background. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, and like the whole kingdom can hear it. It's Lindsay crying. I'm so sorry.
The kingdom's like, why is she sorry? And what is the percentage she was referring to, and how much money?
Corey irate and jaded with what's been happening would say, if only we were able to print out apologies to the kingdom regarding this.
Actually, I would rather like that. I will consider it. And being a judge, I think it's a fair form of equal shaming for her. That all the townsfolk should know that the cost of their lovely equipment should come at a very real, possible sentence to the current counselor / emissary, and of course, they should know that their lovely news came at such a dire cost, so they will love it even more. And especially if the king does not disband such useful equipment, I'm sure that the people will become even more loving, considering that these people within these lands so cherish their rights. A good and favorable king often receives good and favorable citizens here. Don't you think, Kingori? And of course, I would, included in there is, a formal, written by your own hand copy of your apology to me. I could find that acceptable. And Jathel's getting every ounce of pleasure out of it. I think that.
people
So what might surprise Jathel, Corey say, for once, I agree with you.
Perfect.
They should fall over.
Well then.
Corey just says that surprisingly plain-faced after all the anger from earlier.
I suppose I don't need these anymore, and she pulls out about 300 stacks of paper and spreads them in front of you, and it was a court case she was developing, for slander and indemnification clauses, demanding restitution and repayment, and possible sequestering of certain pieces of land to her. I suppose I won't need this anymore, and she it casts a spell and burns it up in a black fire. I think we're fair, King Corey.
The only appropriate gift for that.
Yeah.
Ironic, considering she's a judge, or a former judge.
Well, hope you all have fun on your little jaunty journey. I don't think I'm needed for any more council meetings, of course, am I? Well, there was something else you wished to discuss with me, Dex. There's something you kept mentioning and beating around the bush. I'm sure it's nothing major.
Say it with your chest, Dex, otherwise you get bullhorn as well.
Joke's on you. I don't care if I'm blowhorned or not. Anyways,
Dex would probably love being bullhorned for about to go, I love my wife.
I went ahead and cast it again.
As Dex is well, contrary to Plant's the statement of what he has put me into, destroying the great evil artifact of Vorticai's apprentice wasn't exactly paid without cost. The cost being that, I was going to have maybe asked you this at a later time when things seemed right and all that, and but I've been tasked by a god to do so. Not that this would have changed anything else.
Where is this going?
Look at the gif. You see, my lovely Black Lotus. How do you feel about marrying me in specifics?
Is that a proposal?
Congratulations, he's proposing.
I have no ring. This was going to come later.
Use rings?
Is anybody popping a champagne bottle?
I imagine the planches in the background. Thunk! What was off?
Thunk.
These are my memes to this.
She'd be fuddled.
I'm sorry, what?
There you go. I'll be very plain with it, as I try to be. Tito, where do you marry me?
I have made it equally plain, Dex, through. I think there are several reasons why. She's at odds against herself. She doesn't want to hurt you, and she does actually now care more than she ever did. But she is equally undead and cold in some ways. But you have brought her back to a place of living because of your love, and your love has been enough to get her to abandon her god. Dex, I have made a lot of sacrifices in my life and a lot of choices, and I have become certain things. And marriage is a thing for the living, considering it is a bond until death do one part. And
Says who?
Well, death can't really keep you two apart now, can it?
Yeah, see.
Why are you making this more difficult for me? Dex, what do we have to put a label on what we are? We know we care about each other. I know that I care about you. I know that this is the happier than I've ever been, living or dead. I don't think that. I mean, there's no ring here present in this moment, which isn't necessarily. I've married 3 or 4 people in my life, and before my latest husband. Before my last husband with my most recent children, it's not unheard of for a proposal to involve nothing or a little bit of something, but where is this coming from? No, I'm well within my rights. She slams something down. I'm well within my rights to know where this is coming from, because this isn't something you'd normally ask me.
Well, this is something that would have
I think
happened.
he has asked you before, actually.
Okay, yes, fine, but this isn't why he's asking me. No, I'm detecting an air of deception in what is normally a pure, my pure, bony bright love. What is this coming from?
Well, you see, there is going to be the explanation of why this is happening, but I'd wish to propose later. The reason why it has been expedited is because I'm going to be smited, if not.
Come again.
You can't. That's not a choice. You haven't given me a proposal. You've given me an ultimatum, Dex.
No, I proposed. I said, "Would you marry me?"
No, yes, you use the same words, but when you tell me that there is a very real danger if I say no, there's kind of the implication. There's kind of the implication, Dex.
No, I like lower the plant. I fucking blame you.
All right, whatever he's not saying, you're going to say to me, because he, my bony bright love, is being obtuse in a way that I have never seen before. So you're going to plainly speak it to me, plant.
Well, it's not my fault. Ezekiel asked him to. Well,
or
requested him to marry you.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, yeah. Ezekiel,
What's
the
your
prophet,
name?
the prophet of the one true living God.
Was it
I was
Ezekiel?
thinking
It was
Ezekiel.
Erastil.
Erastil, yeah.
Ezekiel is an actual prophet of Yahweh Almighty. Yeah. Yes, Erastil did what?
Remember how I said
You are
the
to
the
have-
was destroyed?
You like to be married,
Quite.
have 2.5 kids.
Oh, of course. This is the part you wished to leave out, Dex.
No, I was going to mention that part. It is both either have children or adopt children.
Oh, lovely that we get the option. Lovely that at least finally an option is coming into view. Present the rest of the declarations from the gods on high, plant.
Nope, that was it.
Oh, cool. That's simply all of it. I'm just going to become a very traditional wife. Which what would you have me do today, my loving, bread-winning husband, Dex? Would you have me preparing the loaves of bread for our children, a simple gruel, and then to immediately get to work in my 2.5 hectares of land?
For your 2.5 children.
I mean, I did not know what the god really demanded. I just thought it would be very nice for us to be married at some point.
And Erastro was oddly specific about it.
He really was.
Yes, he was very oddly specific. I have no idea why he specified 2.5 in particular. I don't know how we get 0.5.
As you see, like Dex, like actively like shrink down because of his bone arrangement. He just kind of shrinks down a little bit.
It's the exact figure necessary arrived at using mathematic means. If he was a smarter god, he would have used likely if he was Nethys, he would have used a rounded up figure. It is the exact number which is required.
Calculation.
Yes, he used an exact one instead of a stepped up logarithmic calculation. It is the exact number required for public growth of a settlement. At least within a small settlement before it becomes a city. See, within cities, certain features such as diseases, plagues, rats, and other things increase the death rate. But within a frontier settlement, Dex, no, you should be listening, love. Of course, since this is your.
I'm like, Dex is just listening.
Within a frontier settlement, you see enough issues have it conglomerated, and issues like disease and decay and of course crop blight become far more likely. As many more people gathering together, there's likely an individual figure, and of course death rates increase as your city becomes large enough to attract certain individuals such as adventurers who might bring a cursed artifact, which kind of throws off the mean average rate. Of course, I have had several jobs. One of them was an actuary, love. So let me go ahead and tell you 2.5 is the necessary figure to increase population growth, which is all he's concerned with. So I know that wasn't the last request he made of you. So what? So go ahead and throw me the last one, Dex.
I kind of had forgotten aside from the whole marrying part. That's the part that I was really stuck on.
Satis, Corey, if Satis doesn't remember, you remember. They were to go off and build their own frontier settlement alone together.
No, I remembered. I was keeping it out on purpose.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. If I don't agree, the gods kill you. I'm tempted, beloved. I'm tempted.
I say that this decision is yours. Death is a different issue. I'm sure I can speak with the one who had. That's going to be
Death
a
is a different issue. You say.
You want to talk to
you're going to go. You're going to go renegotiate the
no.
contract involving me. Without me present, right? Like that's what you're discussing. You'll just renegotiate the thing.
I was in the pub. No.
In his defense, Erasto put these on him.
Even though I was the one who even summoned the god.
I didn't summon him either. I just asked if he wanted to destroy the
Gods
artifact.
do not do things, or they're not able to make one-sided arguments. You agreed in exchange for something, Dex. You agreed to these terms.
I did not agree to these things. He said, "Do these things or perish."
You agreed to at least one part.
Idol.
Okay, yes. So it was for the destruction of an evil artifact. Something you could have simply brought to me, and we could have solved this together, and then promptly eradicated.
I said we could have destroyed the object on our own. He asked for other god to help.
She flips around. Which one of them? Like she's looking mainly at Satis right now.
Yeah, no, you're correct. I tried smashing the orb against the wall.
So because you summoned a god, and my husband is an idiot, plainly. No. For now. Normally it's lovely. Normally it's lovely. Naive obtuseness. A saccharine, bright. Willfulness against reality that I appreciate. But right now I'm going to call you an idiot.
He for his wife. What's wrong with that?
You couldn't find a wife if you wanted to. And she points to the king and then moved on. You're figuring this out. You're an oracle. Entreat the gods if you wish. I'm not saying the words to you, which will amount to a rejection, Dex, because then you die. I will give you my answer later when I feel like it, which isn't right now. Which satisfies what is a divine contract for the time being. You're going to entreat the gods to see if you can figure this out, because I'm not being forced into being essentially a domestic situation to satisfy a frontier god of all things. If I marry this man, which it may have been more on the table had this not been under essentially a shotgun and
Blunderbuss wedding.
had this not been a blunderbuss wedding and a demand with a rather meaty ultimatum, I perhaps maybe would have considered this. But considering all of this, this is an insult to me. This is an insult to Dex. This is an insult to the concept of marriage, which I am only begrudgingly beginning to consider, and love has me considering things which I rather am anteceding before this disgusted. But even more so, considering all my damage, Dex, you agreed to this requirement of children. After everything we've gone through, after the most recent thing that we've gone through, you agreed to the acquisition, however it be, of new children. So,
Now that I think about it,
that
can
I
the undead even have
specified.
children?
That I did specify to him very directly that we are both undead, and he says,
oh,
yes, I figured
King,
this
King,
will
is that
count."
is that a legal request you're making? Are you going to demand that I tell you? Because right now you can fuck off, and she gives both middle fingers to you. Like, is my womb capable? How about this? This is capable, and she gives you both middle fingers. She has lost all sense of decorum.
This is great.
I just said the undead in general. You didn't have to self-report like that.
I'm not reporting, and truly feel free to do as much research. And she's rotating both hands back and forth, extending them towards you. Feel free to do as much research as you wish. But I'll inform you about my my personal activities when I am disintegrated and dissolved. Before I'll sooner kiss the arse of Sarenrae before I do this. Tristan has already left to consult Lindsay, so he doesn't hear any of this part. He doesn't find out that
It is blasphemy.
he doesn't. Well, he doesn't find out specifically that she's an undead again. Still, this is hilarious that Tristan is still in the blind spot of this.
I love it.
Equally, her what at the beginning of this, the second she oh, you're supposed to have 2.5 children. Her what was as loud as the bullhorn. The town is what the hell is going on there? Do they anti-soundproof their town hall or something?
Soundproof.
Soundproof.
I like that.
You are an oracle.
Yeah.
The glowing one is a cleric. Entreat the gods. Renegotiate the document. Hell, you speak to the god of laws, who is above the other god of laws.
Wait, is it God of Laws?
She turns to you and immediately begins looking through her spell book to see if she can make you forget what she just said.
Pissing off all the gods tonight, aren't we?
So yeah, I was expecting us to call upon a different god, the one that I've least spoken with, for to see a sense of smashing orb.
She immediately begins summoning.
Well, now you're definitely a part of the council.
Well, she immediately begins summoning two different things. One, she begins a very powerful glamour. Two, she begins summoning an undead, specifically a spirit that will drain your memory.
This is escalating very quickly.
She's in the process of oh no, I can solve this. I'm not getting her involved with this. I am definitely not getting it on the ire of another god. Thanks for this, Satis. And she
I don't know which god we're talking about, but
no, I just want you to. I want
don't
you
like
to.
my memories being tampered with.
Oh, don't worry, you won't even remember it.
Ah.
Yeah, try first.
I'm calling upon you, Vetelarana, a spirit like Vetelarana. I'm calling upon you, one who can be found in the Book of the Dead. I need you to drain the thoughts of this wretched plant.
Does the god, what was her name again? The god of the laws? The goddess of laws?
Lexaria.
Lexaria. I was like, given the point that it's already been mentioned, is there something happening in the background?
At this point, she goes to her room, grabs a bunch of different pieces, and sets them out in front of the table. After asking Fekro, and if Fekro doesn't comply, she will grab out a piece of rope and begin fastening the plant down against his will.
Two spells.
She'll begin a grapple check. She's going to attempt to fasten you down and summon a scaveling, which is a creature that can eat somebody's memories. A servant of Vetelarana.
He's got a vital beacon activated. Blow herself up.
Yeah.
Wait, what does the other one do? You establish a zone. That cast time is a minute. But both these were a minute.
Hey, she had to walk away to go get some material.
Yeah.
Over there. I imagine they're both just like, I could play. The two could play that game, just writing circles on the floor, getting papers out.
Yeah. Like, Corey, you know now if you don't at least involve him in some capacity on the council, Jathal will die. Or Jathal will be punished by Lexaria in some way for exposing the concept of Lexaria.
But the plant also
And
perished
this
in
is my
process.
problem. How?
Yeah.
Hey! Would the plant also perish in this endeavor, or just her?
The
Well,
plant
keep
went,
in mind, Dex might be in trouble if he doesn't get Jathal to agree to his marriage. So
Hey, a 3-for-1 special.
yeah.
Oh God!
the plant
If
will
I
not
should-
die. The plant will not die. But at this point, like, make a grappling check with me, Dex, because when she comes back to the room with a bunch of like dead bat parts and other pieces and like a cauldron, she's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch! You're not ritually obstructing me!" And like she just dives on you, like she like essentially entering a real fist fight with a flaming bush.
Oh dear. Wait, so who am I grappling?
Not just any flaming bush. A flaming bush that has vital beacon active.
Yeah.
Who am I
It hurts to
grappling?
touch.
Question for my mental. Who am I grappling? Question mark.
She grab the damn plant, Dex.
Oh, that's
Hey, you saw what I did to the lich.
Make me roll against this, buddy. Your contested rolling.
Wait. Going against her. Okay.
Oh no, she's trying to go against him, but you're going against her. Cool.
I'm like, wait. Please let us slow the situation down for a moment.
Oh no, because you had to spring something on me, and now I've made a mistake because you've unsettled me. You've unsettled me, Dex. You've made me unstable because of this stupid romance.
Isn't that how this needs to play on point?
No, I'm not hearing sweet nothings from you right now. And like go ahead and roll your athletics.
Cody, can you please help me with this?
If I do nothing, Dex dies. But if I do nothing, Jathal dies. Frown, then smile, then frown, then smile.
There's a lot of things going on around there right now. It's escalated so quickly. I hear a potion noise.
No, oh wow, you can hear that? That's like, man, I'm gonna use it. This is my bottle of hot sauce that I keep by my desk.
Oh, I thought that was like, I heard that.
Yeah, that's a real sound. You
He's
can hear
cracking
that?
open a hot one. It's
That's
getting spicy
crazy.
in here.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you can hear that. That's cool.
But yes, my king, if you could help me in some form or manner. One way or another, somebody is dying in this courtroom, and I don't mean that as a threat. I mean that as a very clear observation. Actually, 2 people might die.
Tristan is, of course, attempting to console a very loud, still bullhorning for like 10 minutes. Lindsay, I didn't mean to. He's like, I need you to make, at least when you're crying, make sure that you don't cry anything that's like sensitive information for the city. I didn't mean to mess things up. I'm trying to be a good emissary.
Because if Jato dies, I think I die as a correlation.
I mean everything good for the people. I just want to help the people. I want to be a good bard and a good halfling.
I imagine like some people on the outside are just like, oh, thank you.
All I want to do is help the people, and then occasionally she's listing out like random people's names. He's a farmer, and he works really hard, and he always
Corey
gives me
points to
radishes.
Lindsay and goes, "You out now."
Yeah. As she leaves with Tristan, she's like, "Hey!" Everyone stops by, and like Amiri sees like Jathal being grabbed, trying to like foot stomp with the like plant squeezing out from under her foot, and like Dex for some reason something she's never seen wrestling with Jathal. What's going on here? You know, it's none of my business. I'm gonna go outside with Tristan and everybody.
Perhaps a double immediate death.
Hey, I told you this is how this would end. Told you not to get involved with this. And shuts the door behind her.
I don't want somebody to die. That's necessary. This is
Yeah,
not
you-
necessary.
You've overcome and have grappled Jathel in return. Jathel is restrained.
How did
What does-
turntables turn?
Let us take 1 second.
Well, Thekro, I hope that you have better ears to the king because he has plenty of reason to get rid of me. And here's a good question: how much do you appreciate your warden, King Corey? Because if you don't help me and if you don't do something with that wretched thing, don't worry, I'll solve it for you. Just let me finish my ritual. Everyone restrain the plant, and I'll get rid of the memories he has right now.
But I have a chain reaction of deaths.
Yeah, we are.
Jason dies, then Dex dies.
You know what? For a bit of a laugh, is it possible for Core to do a legal lore skill check on the agreement that Dex made with Erastil to see if he would be in trouble if Jathel were to die from Lexaria?
Yeah, go ahead.
He didn't specify what the punishment was. That's what concerns me the most. He's very authoritarian with his deer head.
With that roll, you begin consulting and like you read over a couple of lines, like you're reading like essentially a document. Occasionally it mentions Lexaria. About the third time you read out loud Lexaria's name, she appears. Genuinely appears. Before everyone.
Why are we summoning so many gods today?
Before everyone, she signed an agreement with your town, like basically like your coronation agreement was the only thing you wished was like a fair and equitable essentially like relationship with Lexaria. That got like you wished to honor Lexaria, and Lexaria granted you the boon that she would often give you counsel. And she appears and she says, I'm in the middle of paperwork and I haven't eaten in a couple of days and I'm kind of swamped and I haven't seen anybody. I'm probably a little gross, but I was hoping you would never summon me by accident in front of people, especially people that don't know. And now we're gonna have to do something about this. But hello, King Corey. Standing before you is the Hikikomori, the ever recluse, the incredible failure, legal advisor and legal owner, and god of law, Lexaria.
I'm disappointed you haven't commissioned art of her yet.
Yeah, I would love to see like just girl failure god.
Honestly, if I commissioned art of her, it would be art of. I'd have to get one that is actually her, and then the one that I always imagine, which is her head down, buried under paperwork, buried under a room.
Public versus private persona.
No. Her private persona is probably the only persona that anyone knows her because she doesn't show up in her legal office anymore. They have to come by her house and hand her paperwork, which she will slide under the door to people, or slide through a slot in the door. But people bring her food, especially her legal team, and she stays at personally her domicile, and she is that reclusive because she just didn't want law to get this complex, and it has.
Valid.
Fuck my paralegal life.
Yeah, she lives in a damn bitch you live like this situation where there are takeaway Chinese takeout boxes, delivery foods, fucking boxes everywhere. If the boxes are open and empty, they're filled with other paperwork that she still has to go through. She's sifting through reams of documents. That would be the drawing I would give. And then only one where she actually looks anywhere near put together.
I also like the description implication of this is she's an earth human that has somehow become the legal god of a fantasy universe.
This is what I imagine every time you describe her.
Let me see the meme. Let me show.
It's an absolute girl failure who's barely put together but sleeping all the time.
Barely put together, yeah. Absolutely. Except her hair is more stark white or graying.
Yeah.
I'm here to give you counsel, King Corey, and I see that someone who is not normally allowed to see me is present, and of course, immediately, my law takers will gather together as specters to drag him under the inky depths into arbitration and punishment, for he has observed me without the proper role. He is neither judge, nor lawyer, nor council member of the ruling elite.
Okay, now
And
the
that's-
neighbors are going to be obliterated.
And that's really stressful. That's really stressful. But I think you came to me seeking legal counsel, which is the immediate thing I have to address.
Well, yes, I actually.
You now plenty water involved.
Well, it is.
Welcome to my world.
It is somewhat related to this situation actually, but the reason why this arose actually is our warden here has entered a pact with Erastil that caused the blow up which led to your incident, and I wanted to consult you on the exact details regarding that that agreement.
Oh, lovely. Give me a moment to pull out my several legal codices.
Would this involve my god who revived me?
It involves pretty much every god and everyone involved here and all their personal codices, and I have to pull out 7 different documents. Give me one. I'm okay.
Subsection 7D.
The legal book of Urgathoa, the bone codices of Pharasma, the book of the dwarves.
That's pretty much what this is turned into.
Give me one more. Every legal thing that is applied. The ancient book of Kolkan, the original kingdom of the Cyclopses. The book of the Eubarius is technically related. The book of the Stolen Lands. Oh, great, the Stolen Lands are there. There's seven agreements and the 7 inherent laws of the nature of the land, which taps into the primeval law. So now I have to bring up primeval law and the original primeval king who established the first law, which brought me into existence. And okay, give me a few more.
Dex's head's just spinning like, what?
Okay, and then there's your current kingdom. There's every kingdom that used to reign here, but no, most of those are defunct, so I'll throw those away. There's of course marriage law, which is a thing governed by a different goddess, which is the goddess of love, Shaylin. But of course, goddess of love, Shaylin is only involved if the other gods are okay with her within her realm, and technically both of you are undead. But one of you is not technically an undead that belongs to Urgathoa. And she's like throwing documents. Okay. And then of course there's Erastil law, which is related to frontier towns. That you're already bordering on what is the agreeable amount between a town what belongs to Erodus and if I involve Eridan, like you hear like a Hello, do I need to be pulled in on this call? I'm being referred to you by Lixaria. I thought like people weren't allowed to normally see you. Like I'm supposed to be your public face. Don't we need to get rid of this guy? Well, first I'm doing a consulting thing. We'll address that later, Eridan. But Eridan, technically, would you consider this place a city yet? Because Erastil's trying to get involved in this situation. This is beginning to be a city. Like I think it would be the grandest frontier location ever. But yeah, we have joint custody over this right now, Erastil and I. Okay, so Erastil does apply. Okay, cool. Okay, I have all the relevant documents. What question did you want to ask me? What's the pact?
I think that was the question, wasn't it? What Corey said.
Well, what Corey was wanting to ask specifically with the pact is what would happen if the pact sign of Erastil was contingent on him marrying Jaethel here and producing 2.50 children, among other details. And while we were interested in those details, what we were curious about at hand is what would happen should Jaethel be destroyed before an agreement could be reached, or a marriage agreement could be reached. What would happen to Dex's contract with Erastil?
Okay, well, order of operations usually applies to whatever is like closest to the primeval law, because they're like usually the gods are closer to the other laws before other laws. But then you have to decide which god came first, and sometimes they disagree, and then that becomes the whole kerfuffle. But if there's a pact, usually any agreement that you make with me is more important than what agreement happens to him. So I take precedence. So if we destroyed, I would probably address destroying the plant first for not knowing about my presence when he's not supposed to. But then, of course, we'd have to address the fact that someone brought it up, but technically the plant wouldn't be destroyed. Well, the plant would have to be destroyed because now he knows, or he'd have to be involved in the council. Otherwise, the law takers would take all memory of this event and something costing in exchange for violating this contract. And they would also punish you, King, and like there would be heavy sanctions against you. And then, of course, I'd have to immediately heavily punish the person who broke the silence of the seal of law, which would be the total eradication of this undead life form here, Jathal. And like Jathal looks like deadly pale, considering that there's an actual god like voice speaking. Like you don't see her, like she's. Sorry, I'm still using the voice. You don't see her; she's just speaking. Well, and then, of course, the next thing that would apply, seeing as my law is closer to the primeval law, would be like Erastil's law, which Erastil's agreement would then be incapable of being fulfilled, at which point Dex would be destroyed. But that's only if Erastil's, seeing as Erastil's is the precipitating event, actually precipitating events are related to primeval law. Okay, so Erastil's event would be the precipitating event, so let me see here.
It just sounds like a four-way destruction.
Okay.
Went from one person, 2 people to 3 people, now 4.
Well, the exact agreement I'm looking at here between the two of them, I've got Erastil on the line, and he's handed me the relevant paperwork.
But
The opposing counsel has provided their legal documentation.
I imagine. I always forget her name, but it's like the goddess who revived me. She's like, "Yes, here's my papers. If you were to kill him, don't you fucking touch that damn skeleton."
Jathal?
Yes. Like she's deadly afraid.
Were you consulted on this agreement before Dex entered into it?
All the shaking in her boots.
No.
Well, then you have grounds for this agreement is not enforceable. I don't know why Erastil thought it would be. Like
There's what's clearly like an angry at what on the line that is Erastil.
Well, no. See, he attempted to get you to agree to a document that basically like you can't. He can act however he wants. Boons and curses can be thrown around by God. That's just what they're free to do. But this isn't enforceable because he can tell you you are the exact wording of the document has to be you are to attempt for the rest of your existence to and you are to never cease in your attempts. And you're never to be anything less than earnest in your attempts. That's the utmost of the clause can require. But it can't demand that she marry you. And it definitely can't demand that she provide children. Like that, those are things that she may be incapable of doing, or that those are things that she may be unwilling to do. That breaks primeval self-will. That's part of the primeval law.
And it definitely breaks.
It immediately breaks one of the 6 rules of the Stolen Lands.
I think Dex is somewhat getting relief as the situation goes on, but I was also still deeply concerned.
All right, we went from 4 to 3.
Well,
Dex is no longer on the kill table.
So am I free from the contract of?
No, you still got to attempt, but it sounds like the contract's gonna be ripped and shredded.
I can renegotiate with this with Erastil, but I think this immediately Yeah, and this immediately is unenforceable within the River Kingdoms, which is, of course, where he had you agree to this. Slavery is an abomination. No one can be forced to do anything they don't want to do. Which, of course, which is, of course, something older and more ancient than... As ancient as the gods? Like, the laws in the Stolen Lands and the River Freedoms are as ancient as the gods. So, Erastil wasn't allowed to tell you that you have to marry her. You just have to never stop trying. I'll probably modify this clause. So when do you want me to go ahead and get along with sanctioning your kingdom and stuff for not having this guy in the council, Kingori? Because now that I'm present, now that I'm aware, I'm legally culpable if I don't immediately get to this. So you when you want me to eradicate her now or later, and then deal with?
Please not at the moment at all.
Deal with the plant guy, and then there's sanctions against your kingdom for this, Corey, for failing to keep this secret. There's other ways to solve this, of course. We can get rid of his memory. That would be equally acceptable. That's what I was going to say. God. Or we could you have options. You could put him on your in a position that technically makes him part of the ruling elite. You can make him a landowning noble. You can make him part of the council with a negligible position, or a major position. I don't know how. You can make it whatever roles you want. He could be.
That's where he does demand own land in the kingdom.
He could be a member of the water. He could be a member of the like a water. I don't know. Kings are capable of creating tons of positions that don't actually do anything. He could be a water prophet. He could be like a water revisory board. Yeah, royal prophet works too. Yeah. Those are actually.
Putting a fireplate in charge of a water advisory board would certainly be one of the choices.
You're asking for suicide.
Yeah.
I mean, he's technically already taken over the church, so I believe Hector would be right on that one. Royal prophet.
All right. Well, yeah, those are your options before you, and I do have to kind of have you decide within the next 5 minutes, because then, if you try and avoid this or prolong this or make this more difficult, my law takers will get involved, and then it will be kind of out of my hands because they have actually most of my power invested in them. I actually have little to any power at this point anymore, Corey. It's all actually invested in the laws themselves and the law takers.
Well, I think we all know what Corey, the character, would want to do in this situation. I guess it's up to Dex to start making proposals if he wants to save his life. Or excuse me, girlfriend.
Please don't destroy my possibly, hopefully future wife, but mostly at the moment girlfriend.
Well, no, if she gets destroyed, she's eradicated. She's not going anywhere. So she would be essentially soul shredded, and you just see the color, if there was any, drop out of Jathel's face. Well, I could always, no, definitely not, because she's the precipitating event for this violation of my secrecy. No, she'd be eradicated, and then your ability to enforce this law completely is gone, and so you would get punished by Erastil. So that is an unfortunate entanglement of those two clauses. Well, I guess that is what it is.
Okay. I thought that whole spiel was essentially saying that Dex has to keep trying up until he's not able to anymore.
Yeah. Well, King Corey, that's 4 minutes.
I think for the benefit of everyone in this current room, except for Fekir, he is not being threatened at the moment.
Hi.
I mean, unless there's another part I missed, it sounds like it's mainly you and Jathel's problem primarily. So.
Are you kidding me? You're not going to help me.
I mean, Status will also be destroyed, and you see how much he's helped us.
You're really not going to help me.
Well, he is how he is, Daddy.
Please help.
Please.
Please help.
This spares at least 4 of us from this situation.
Please help.
You hate me.
What would be
you-
a good council position to give him?
You hate me
Actually-
enough to kill
actually-
Dex. Is that what I'm hearing?
What?
You
He
hate
doesn't
me
need
enough
a
to kill
special
Dex.
Council position. Just become the royal prophet. It works.
It really does.
well, I mean, really, what the issue here is you don't love Dex enough to marry him, so he's going to die because of your fuck up.
No, don't put that on her. That's a complete situation.
Sorry, we're running out of time, please.
You know, technically, like, she would be, Dex would be fine if you just agreed to marry him right before you get soul shredded.
There's a vein bulging on the top of her eye where she knows because she's a judge. It's past that point. If it could have been solved by that, it's beyond that point anymore. So if you had a point, it's gone now. But also, the infuriating rage that she's feeling for you. She's a person who's been carried by her whims most of her life, and she's filled with unassailable winds of rage, only barely contained because there's an actual god in the room who's helping you consult things. You're going to kill us both.
I think 4 of us
Please
are.
help.
I think 3 of us are going to die.
Well,
It doesn't have to be an actual, like, one of the, like, council positions. It could be, like, making up something here, right?
yes.
Yeah, good. Royal Oracle.
Yeah. Royal prophet, royal something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
perfect.
Can you give me a countdown, DM? How much time do we have left?
Okay. 156, 155,
Such
no.
as witness, I hereby declare you Royal Oracle of Dwardelf and Tricol.
Well, that legally resolves things. Technically, any knowledge that he has gained retroactively will. There will be a hole where he thinks this time moved forward, which luckily is relatively close. So there'll be a blank about 30 minutes where he probably thinks he napped or something, and like all this time where he learned everything will be moved forward, shunted, overlapped into everything that happens in the next 30 minutes. So that should be fine. What to do with the one who technically this issue has been resolved, but you did violate the law of secrecy, and you are a judge of over of at least 400 years.
Please spare my not current wife.
No, I usually don't prefer the heavy punishments, but
Punish her all you wish.
This is not helping. This is scary.
I'm going to remove your knowledge that I exist, seeing how you can't be trusted with it.
I'm surprised that hadn't happened before, to be honest.
Is this going to be revoked if she becomes a council member again?
No, it'll be granted back to her any knowledge that she lost. I mean, you won't lose much. I mean, you haven't done much research into me.
I just look over at
Jane,
Jade and I think she's like it's a pile of mush. Is she
I was a
conscious?
judge for 100 years of a Kionin.
There you go.
Well, yes, but the things specifically relating to me, I'm not going to remove your knowledge of like local Keonan law, but like you just won't remember me specifically. All right, and then she snaps her fingers.
And there is a blank look on Jathel's eyes, and then any voices that were present are gone and dismissed at this moment. Jathel kind of comes to and she's like, "What were we doing? Oh yes, you promised to get me fucking engaged or married, Dex."
As Dex proceeds to just collapse.
You don't get to turn into a pile of bones.
from all of what just happened, he's just like,
Thank you.
You would think a creature without a heart couldn't be stressed. You'd be wrong.
You don't get to turn into a pile of bones like a child, Dex. We're having a discussion like grown adults. You're trying to make propositions to me under duress, and I feel stressed. I feel unbelievably stressed. You've stressed me out, Dex. I'm going back to my room.
With the clause edited by, God, my brain just completely forgot her name again. The goddess Flaw.
Lexaria.
Lexaria. Would that mean that the information that I told Jaethal would be altered to attempt to do this, or would it still be?
Oh, she still remembers. She still remembers exactly as you phrased it. To her, you're going to make her your wife.
Oh, gotcha.
And she's like,
damn.
Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Your behavior, you're disengaging with me. I've done a lot for you, Dex. I think I've made a lot of changes that are reasonable. That you were attempting to move this too fast, and I have reasonable reasons why I do not. The trip to the Valley of the Dead and that whole conversation with that lady I turned into a ghost should have been enough for you to know why I do not want children. This is ridiculous. Hope to destroy some random demon's eye.
There was a lot more to the discussion, but I am very. It just like falls to more of a smaller pile.
Oh, you're stressed. I'm going to have to get the kobolds to dig me a heated pool and provide me hot rocks for the next 12 hours to break off this stress. And you're stressed. I'm going to have to watch a bunch of bumbling idiots build me a pool for the next 12 hours, and it's hardly going to be accommodating to my standards. But fine, Dex. Yes, you're stressed. Fine. And she walks off. Mick, summon the engineers.
So much death was on the line right there for a split second.
I have a demand, Mick. Begin heating rocks.
Mick?
I
demand rocks.
Mick appears, but he steps past her. What are you doing? Like Mick looks at her, looks to you like Corey with like pleading eyes. Please don't make us do whatever she wants us to do. She makes us do so much when you're not here.
Oh God.
Mick, you're not responding responsibly.
Responding responsibly. I'm not even sure how I should respond.
I can't hit you because you're legally a person, but I'm going. We're going now, and she grabs Mick by the collar. You don't respond to Mick. Please do anything. Say anything, King. And he's now dragged off by her. I can't hit you because you're technically a person, but we're leaving.
Technically a person.
Well, this is quite a council meeting.
Dex's head just on the floor. That was a four-way death. It was so close to being made.
Maybe some
get to
rest.
fight some more.
Weaver, you really have a way with women, don't you?
Octavia gets up. Hey, I've been hearing shouting for the last half hour, and you guys have been ruining any attempt to sleep after a nice big pie and a glass of drink and a long conversation with Rigongar. What the hell is going on in here? And Octavia's in her nightgown. little nightcap, her little blue mage with yellow stars, cookie wizard nightgown and nightcap.
Regarding the shouting, you can go discuss that with the emissary.
Glad to see
Corey
you.
says
I'm
it
now
on the
a
loud side.
royal prophet.
Oracle.
Oracle, prophet. Vice versa.
Yeah, it's a motto.
Yes.
We're just making up
As
positions, huh?
As Dex has to pull himself together after experiencing near death of himself,
Well-
Jaethal, Plant, and King all in one go.
Someone slipped up. I'm just gonna put it that way.
Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, okay, King Corey, yeah, if you need he did technically kill a lick, so that's fair. Reasonable because he got us out of there, so.
Either gods, if there was, I thought the Lich was going to kill one of us. This situation almost killed four of us.
I believe
think
that
we
was
survived that
settled. I believe that was settled amicably, and considering everything, I now know where the about 7.5% adjusted of our national budget went. So that settles some of my concerns. So
That's
There's more than
Things are
national
going
budget
well.
moved?
Actually, I guess it is good that you reminded me. Corey is going to look over towards. I think this would fall under Fekro because he's the viceroy. I want an inspection done on all the buildings that have been built in the past. What was
4 months.
the 4
4 mo-
months to make sure they're actually up to code.
You got it.
You begin running
Me and
after
Cobalt to
Micmac
get right on
because
that.
you begin running after Micmac because you realize if an inspection is being demanded, you're gonna have to oversee them. But like anytime that you interact with the kobolds, you have to interact with the head of the kobolds, which is no longer Chief Slitscale. It's Micmac.
Micmac? I have need of you.
Yeah. Micmac is like, being dragged off. You have to go find Jathel, who's demanding he build a fucking jacuzzi for her.
And Harem, make sure the cost for the man hours of this inspection goes on Lindsay's tab.
Of course, I'll adjust her pay. That'll reduce her down to.
Oh no, this is not reducing it, is increasing it.
Oh, wait, her tab?
I'm confused. Are you
She-
deducting her money?
She is going to be covering the.
Oh, she's going into debt.
Increasing the amount she owes because she is going to pay for an inspection of all the buildings she embezzled from.
What's the payment period, King Cordy? I need to adjust for the annual percentage rate. How long does she have to pay this off? It is technically about 6 platinum. Well, 5.5 platinum.
What would be a reasonable time to pay out 6 platinum?
Let me go ahead and tell you how much an average person gets paid in the PF2E world.
I'm guessing it's like maybe a couple silver a day.
I found a better gift.
Because there's ways to understand how much you make. A skilled professional can expect about 3 gold pieces per week.
And it's 100 gold pieces to a platinum.
Wait, is it 100? I thought it was 10.
1 gold piece, 1 platinum piece is worth 10 gold pieces.
Okay, yeah, so it's 1 to 1 or 1 to 10 ratio.
Yeah.
So she would need about a half a year if she was entirely putting all of her paychecks into a.
yeah.
Wait, wasn't it like 6 platinum and like 400 gold pieces?
Yeah. So, yeah, I misspoke. It should have been. It should because
It's
I
like
wasn't
65 platinum.
65 platinum. Yeah. Show 65 platinum, Corey. A skilled professional like a bard can expect about 3 gold pieces per week. So let me see here. 65, 650 divided by 3. I'm just doing some math. This is always Mathfinder. Welcome to Mathfinder.
Yeah.
216 weeks.
What is that in years?
She'd need
That's
4
like 4 years.
4.5 years to pay that off.
And that's putting all of her paychecks into it. without
The
anything
entirety
else, right?
of her paycheck, yeah.
So the question at that point would be: is this also going towards like any gold we find on our journeys?
Yeah, it is. Any gold that normally would be hers immediately goes to her debt.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years then?
A 10-year rate, 10-year rate seems reasonable. Like she could pay that off. could provide her about a peasant's wage, maybe 5 coppers per day to live off of. That seems reasonable.
Fekro, you are far kinder than I would have been.
What were you gonna say?
5 years.
I thought about that.
Both of you have 5 years.
That would have left her with 1 copper a day to survive off of, which is like
one copper to my name.
it's like street beggar existence. Like,
Oh my god.
Wait. That just made me think of like the cartoon, like one of those like old political cartoons where the guy like cuts the money in half.
yeah.
Takes your 1 copper coin.
2 copper pieces to her name.
I believe
those
King
old
Corey,
cartoons where the guy just like cuts the coin in half. There's your pay.
considering so much money has been invested in, and the fact that we're still invested in actually finding and acquiring these tools, I'll adjust her pay so it's reasonable. But considering she's already investing time into this and acting as we'll make sure all the payment that normally goes to her as an emissary goes to this, and any pay that she would get working and owning the. Technically, I think you could probably argue that the printing press and the paper does belong to her, and I don't think in her vision that the paper should belong to the king, but I think all the printing press until it's paid off does belong to the state. Very well.
Yes.
All right.
There is also the fact that she committed a grand crime against the state that needs to be remediated as well.
Oh, I thought that's what we were addressing. You are the king. I mean, you can punish people however you see fit. Or, I mean, technically there is the laws, so she did commit embezzlement.
Well, there's the funds we need to get back in the printing press, and then there is, like, her owing money as recompense for the crime that she committed.
Well, hopefully the printing press is all this she's explained it to me. Will hopefully actually make for its money.
All right.
If there is more beyond that damn printing press, she'll be out of the kingdom within the week.
You just gonna let her walk free?
No,
Yeah,
not
she can
free.
probably embezzle.
I'd be very concerned of how the plant was invisible money. Where do you keep it? Actually, where do you keep
That's a great
half the things
question.
you? I look at your pot. I see that you like have like a little like band. I imagine for the oils you carry out with you.
How you
Essential
looking at
oils.
the- oh, I got a skull on. I mean,
I thought you were just wearing that like a hat. Like how I kept the guy's skull.
no, I'm. So it's
Like, you
pot,
open the pocket
and then
dimension.
skull,
It's
and then slinky
Pathfinder.
like a
She
snake.
walks over to the quill, which is still like taking notes. Like a large section was erased by Alexaria of the minutes that this auto quill was taking. She walks over to this book. She says, "We never even discussed any of the operational stuff. When are we getting to?" And this is where I say we would get to actual kingdom turn stuff. She's like, "We never even discussed any of the operational things. What have you been talking about for an hour and a half?"
Someone slipped up. I'm now the Royal Oracle.
As Dex is still a pile of bones on the floor. Just 4 deaths were immediately initiated on the table for a moment.
We are currently in break.
Okay.
My death, Atel's death, King's death, Satis's death. I
Well,
thought the Lich was the killer of us all.
congrats, guys.
Not that pushed the rule break.
As Magister of the Kingdom, I believe it is my position to inform you of certain things I've been detecting in the lands. And this is where we'll get to the beginning of this chapter.
Quite the eventful chapter start.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're gonna have a TPK from the Lich? No, our TPK came from an Oopsie Daisy in a couple of Law and Order episodes.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
That'd
You've
be
been found guilty.
quite the
Or
story
you
to
die.
explain.
Okay.
You talk to new party members. How did your previous four members die? You see, there was a legal oopsie daisy, and they were smited promptly by God.
Oh, there's a god that does that? Oh no.
There's a clerical error. Like your cleric didn't do the job. No, legal clerical error.
I just imagine how there's a legal cleric or paladin just running around.
Oh yeah, they're like
Yeah, it's
Arius.
I know. Yeah. No, I mean like a person like just like in a suit and tie, but it's like a very like well tailored like metal fiber.
Dang it, I'm back at the council in some shape or form.
This
Welcome
can't
back,
keep
buddy.
happening to me.
Welcome back.
I made it a great example that Silent could not have any of his characters in the council.
That's fine. And now
Here
we
we
have
are
you.
with Satis.
I find this is a great. Hey, look at this now. Now you have a paycheck,
Haven't
Well, this
gotten paid
accent-
for the adventures yet.
or at least access to the royal funds that you won't get. That you won't have to worry about embezzling. Like Lindsay
Okay,
did.
okay. Well, I think it's relatively important that I inform you of something, King Corey. Since we're going to have a royal oracle and prognosticator,
I don't know what that means.
well, there's also some movements which I hope Lindsay has mentioned, but apparently, according to the drama, she hasn't.
It's just here weeping in the background. I'm sorry.
A group of soldiers and diplomats. Oh, she's like looking through like Lindsay's book here. Do any of you remember this guy? Do any of you know him? Lindsay told me that y'all met a bunch of people at Jamondi's place, and like I think he's a noble who would know Jamondi.
Oh, that's
Hannes
so family.
We
Strelev.
didn't get a name.
yeah, Baron Hannistrelev.
Yeah, Baron Hannes
What was
Strelev.
that band? The Iron
The Iron Race.
Iron
Oh,
Race. Yeah.
I have no idea who
I
this
remember those
is.
guys. Wait, weren't they assholes? Or am I thinking of? Or
Yeah, they were-
assholes.
They were
but-
initially assholes, but then I ripped them up.
So
I have no idea who those are.
there's
The plan is
currently an issue. There's a whole political issue going on between Issia, the northern lands of Bravoy, and Rostland, the southern lands, which technically Lady Jamondi is more effectually the leader of, but I guess you could say the mayor Justinius is.
Oh yeah, should we send a letter for Lady Demondi that Varn is dead, and half of the people or half are dead and half are living with us at the moment? Oh wait, what are we gonna tell the twins or the sisters? Oof. Sorry, your boss is dead. His brain was eaten by a lich.
Good luck, Corey.
Well, if anything, we've simply increased our territory reach. Open trades, I think we did pretty great.
Mayor Joseph Selenius is technically the leader of Rostland, and especially like the major city that she rules over in Rostland. But more honestly, Lady Jamondi is the effective leader, which you won't hear me saying because I know that has issues to say in a political context. The more I catch up with all this, I'm trying to make sense of all that. But like Joseph Selenius is the leader of Resta, but she has more like weight throwing around. Anyways, one of the people she sent out into the stolen lands, Baron Hannister Lev, is causing issues, and there's also issues that Jamondi is currently engaging in politically between her location in Rostland and the northern region.
Wait, that they're causing issues, or that there's an issue with them at the moment?
There's a political jockeying situation. You'd have to get like they're all also backed up letters from
Oh dear.
from Jamondi. But there's an issue between her and Issia, like the northern larger section. I mean, technically Rostland only goes from New Stettin, which is technically the capital, but the capital's right on the border between Issia and New Stettin, between Rostland and Issia. And throwing all that aside, Baron Hannister Lev is currently spread into the south, into Tiger Lord's lands, which is there are the Tiger Lords are essentially a mercenary company. Ask me, tell me whenever I'm losing you, King Corey. Like, Octavia's like kind of just trying to catch you up.
Corey is kind of like zoned out after everything that happened.
I imagine like Dex is just slowly picking himself back up. He's like, God, what a turmoil of gods and laws.
Well, here's a bigger thing, King Corey. Let me go and address the elephant in the room with seeing as you've made a royal prognosticator.
There's an elephant?
It's a figure of speech, Dex. You've hired a royal prognosticator. King Corey, how much of a mage are you? How much do you know about like the magery things that are going on?
I look at his like magical gun that shoots out fire.
I mean, I traveled with you, I fought with you, but I don't know how much you actually know about like arcane and other things.
Should I roll an arcane skill check?
I mean, this is something you should know as a decently educated historian, but like, yeah, go ahead and roll me an arcana check.
Hey,
I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two.
Hey,
Yeah, like she's informing you. You do know that the Age of Destiny is over, right? Like at the Age of Destiny, there are 5 great ages on Galarian.
The Age of Destiny.
That we know of.
No, I mean,
She's like, no, literally.
okay. So she rolls back. She grabs a whiteboard and she like pulls it out. Like, I'm gonna be doing this anyway since I'm gonna be teaching at the New Magic Academy, so I need to get used to it. She draws the thing. She does a little monster creature, like a horrific beast. She's like, okay, Age of Monsters, right? Really, really long ago. No one even knows how many years ago. Then, largely mythical prehistoric era, predates, any existence on any of these continents of, most of the mortal races, especially humans. Dominated by primal beasts, horrible creatures, things like that. Then the Age of Dragons. We're mostly getting this info relatively recently from traffic that's coming over from Tianjia, but I can't apparently another mythical era, but supposedly the dragons, especially those of Tianjia, subdued the Age of Monsters. And then, of course, there's arguments whether the Age of Dragons is also supposed to be called the Age of the Aslanti, which the Aslanti are the reason for the Starstone falling down from the sky, causing the Earthfall, causing the massive destruction of life all across Galarian. That's called the Age of Ashes, where everybody on this side of the world, according to Tianjia people, not everyone in Tianjia, and not everyone in the other continent, which I'm not a explorer, so I don't know everything about all the locations that exist on Galarian, but the other continent exists further than Tianjia, and also kind of we can sail to the west towards. People disagree with that cosmological model. The world's technically round, but it's a different thing. Anyways, supposedly the world's round and you can sail to it in 2 directions. People keep running into it trying to get to Tianjia. But Age of Ashes, yeah, everything falls down. Then there is the Age of Destiny. Tell me where I'm losing you. I mean, these are also technically there are other ways of considering this. There's also called the Age of Creation, the Age of Serpents, the Age of Legend, which all tie in together. They're together called the Age Before Ages. Then there's the Age of Darkness.
There's multiple ways of demarcating the ages, hence the joke I made earlier.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Anyway, let me just clear this up because I've been studying Tianjia stuff, kind of getting interested in what Kalike and Canera have been informing me about. Here, first is the Age of Ages. Then there's the Age of, well, people call it different things, Age of Ashes or Age of Darkness. Obviously a lot of dust gets kicked up when a giant rock hits the planet. and everyone has to figure things out again. And this is, of course, when dwarves arrive. The dwarves en masse arrive following the orcs.
The beginning of real history.
Well, yeah, sure, that's kind of problematic. That's deeply problematic, but I'm not touching that, King Corey. The orcs arrive first, driven to the surface by the quest for the sky of the dwarves. Driven from the Darklands, around negative 512 AR. And then next, of course, is the Age of Anguish. Usually, the 800 period when the skies finally cleared of dust, and there were a lot of struggles to build civilizations. The dwarves generally talk about this being a ridiculous age to watch the other races do things. So I can see why you have your opinions. And then there's the Age of Destiny, which was happening right up until Eridan raised the Starstone from the sea and became the god of humanity. The last Aslanti god. Everybody follow me?
All right. Yeah.
Then there's the Age of Enthronement. So let me just follow the Age of Anguish. I swear I have a point with all this, guys.
I was about to say, I enjoy the history lesson, but how did this lead to current events of the manual you're looking at?
Well, Age of Enthronement. You would know as an Absalomite. Coming from the big city, Absalom, Fekra. Eridan raises Absalom. Raises the entire island with the Starstone, with his god powers, becomes the god of humanity, and eventually in 4606, about 100 years ago, the god of humanity died. And then a lot of other gods, realizing that Eridan was no longer defending it as he had throughout history, and a lot of horrible liches and other people contested for it, a lot of people rushed to attempt, but he had set up a bunch of defenses, and so a lot of people die, but a few people survived the test of the Starstone. There's Caden Kalian, who survived it, supposedly drunken. He doesn't even remember how he actually succeeded. Yamade succeeds, and a few other people succeed. All right, cool. We're now in the Age of Glory. I swear I'm getting somewhere, Dex. Trust me. Age of Glory was supposedly the prophesied. It's also called the Age of Destiny, which is why it becomes very important. Which is why I'm really surprised you don't know where I'm going, King Corey. Age of Glory was the prophesied return of the god of Eridan, and prophecy has always been fulfilled all throughout all these ages. Prophecy has always been an insurmountable power in all of existence of Galarian and all across all the stars and all the planes and all the planets. According to the Starfall doctrine, he was beginning in 4606. He was going to rise, but instead of the return of the gods, the priests lost their divine connection, and it's presumed he actually fully perished instead of rising from the godhood ashes, which ushers in the Age of Lost Omens. Everybody see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Age of Lost Omens, prophecy doesn't work anymore. I don't see why you're hiring a royal prognosticator. People are going to think you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, that's what we led back to.
The gods and prophecy has always worked throughout all existence up until it just stopped working. On the prophesied date of the fulfillment of the Age of Glory, when the priest and all his followers calculated the exact time and the exact date with lavish pomp, and everyone prepared a whole ceremony 150 years ago, when literally there was a giant festival with big balloons and everything in Absalom. He just didn't show up. And all contact to the god was immediately even more lost than it was before, and the world was devastated by incredible planar rift storms and decades-spanning political upheaval. And since then, no major prophecy anyone's ever made is coming true, which is kind of fucking everything up. So historians are kind of naming this current era, the era of Lost Omens. So the fact that you as a king are taking a royal prognosticator right now is kind of saying you're a traditionalist, which is fine, but also an idiot. And no offense.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a few.
There's quite a long actually here.
Sorry. I mean, it's related to some other magical things I've been looking into. There's a couple of like weird prophecies. I've been looking into. There's like some old cult known as Sisters of the Bloodshot Eye around here. There's hags and stuff, and like there's people related to other controls. There's prophecies related to the stolen lands that I've been kind of trying to look into. But like none of them matter anymore, King Corey. So like I don't know why you're. No offense,
I'm not on the list,
Satis, but like it's really weird that a prophet has shown up and had any success at all. Actually, that's why I'm kind of always taking you with a grain of salt, Satis, because honestly, like yeah, supposedly one day you'll free your god. I don't even remember his name, but like. I don't know if Atreya will be freed, or you just really hope he will be, but what I'm saying, King Corey, is beyond all of the political upheaval that is continuing on. You've made a rather interesting declaration today to hire him, though I might have been left out on the exact facts of why that happened. But
yes, Corey will say as he twirls around on his feet over the face of Dex and goes, "Would you like to explain?" Corey says with an annoyed tone in his voice. No, Dex?
We did get a message.
Oh no, we lost him.
I'm sorry. What was that?
We got anyways, we got like this is building up to we got a message
I was asking
from
if you could explain to Octavia here what happened with Satis's new title and how that came about.
Oh, yes. If he did not gain this title, 4 people would essentially have perished in an instant.
Which sounds like a cause for Royal Oracle to me.
It was very much a spot that needed to be made in order for us to not perish. And by us, I mean 4 of us.
Yeah, someone decided to mention she who shall not be named.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that actually makes a lot of sense. Well, anyways,
Yes. Yeah.
So, a representative of this guy, and you immediately recognize this man. This is the annoying man who claimed he had elven heritage and wanted you to help him build Tatzelford out in, after killing some Tatzel worms out in the forest. These 2 people are the reason you got into trouble with that one god for throwing away that stupid, well, can't say stupid, that statue of,
That's what you say. I'm the one carrying
the statue of
still.
Elseta.
I still have that statue, by the way.
Yeah, but anyways, this is Loy Resben, the actual leader of the Freehold. We received a message via messenger bird to the kingdom, and it was labeled for the king himself. So the only person who was entrusted to open it was the emissary, and seeing as she's not here, I think I should provide it to you. Here it is, and she like hands you a tube, but like the seal has been broken, but like. Another seal has been placed on it, which is the seal of the emissary. Specifically, a seal you specifically gave to mark that, like, if the spy master opens it for when I'm gone, so you can tell that this was opened by Lindsay. I think Lindsay mentioned
she's neglected to inform me of.
Sorry. And you see this. And I will go ahead and copy this into the chat. And I'll copy this
Sorry,
also into the Discord.
My brain blanked out a little bit. Who's the big man with the big chin?
This is Loy Resben, the people who claimed they had elven heritage and really wanted to get in touch with their elven heritage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. Those guys.
Roy-
I remember those guys. I was like, they're.
Roy
Hell
Chadsman
no.
with the.
Yeah. Hi. Greetings, my lieges. Would that I had an opportunity to contact you via missive in gentler times. Since its founding, Tatzelverd has faced many challenges, but recent rumors of a much more disturbing sort abound. A woman named Cassandra Nunesti has come to Tatzelverd, bearing warnings that, if they are to be believed, indicate that we may face a terrible threat. She spoke of armies of bandits, hordes of tiger lords, and worse, organizing to the west beyond the Hooktongue Slough. To date, we have had no trouble with these elements. These are, after all, prognostications. But this woman is quite convincing. She tells us an army from Durlev is marching on Tatzelford. If this is true, we will need your aid in defending our homes. You've helped us before, King Gory, and we find that your help would be much needed now, and you have proven to be quite a friend. We, as a freehold, ask for your assistance as soon as possible. Come as soon as you can. In good faith, your faithful friend and humble servant, might I add, Mayor Loy Resben, Mayor of the Freehold of Tatzelford.
Oh, Tatzelford. I remember those guys. They're funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice fellow, especially after you read out the letter.
Or he pinches his nasal bridge.
You allowed them to be free
If
city.
it makes you feel better, they are technically not elves. Oh, well, that means
It's possible we
Kind
could
of.
secure. I don't need to tell you, King Gory. It's possible we could secure from this freehold, which has been built up in our absence. It seems to be actually like prospering, seeing as it's on a river, and it is not obscuring and it's abiding by the river freedoms. We could probably acquire a pledge of fealty from Tatzelverd and like incorporate his land into our kingdom. If we just help them out, like there's just an army. Just an army, nothing big. Regongar has to lead a ton of soldiers to kill a bunch of men. Not a big deal.
I'm sure we can take out of it.
I've been looking into these Tiger Lords. You might want to ask Amiri. She probably knows more than I do. Tiger Lords are apparently a Kellid tribe. It's a name for a Kellid tribe. It's like a same sort of. It's just another one of the tribes that exists. They all name themselves after some creature that exists in the land. It's like how Amiri's from the Six Bears tribe. She's they're from the Tiger Lords, but apparently they're operating as bandits, which is troubling. According to, I haven't really asked Amiri about this. I didn't know the details of the letter, and Lindsay is doing a good job as a spy master. She's not informing anything that she reads specifically to Amiri either, but as far as I know, the Kellids don't behave like this.
So I'm hearing is maybe kill all, but not kill all until further information is gathered.
You probably want to ask Amiri. She knows more than I would. Maybe take her along when you go to visit that place. If there's anything else you got to do.
How did Jamandi find time for her vacation? Corey says as he says.
He didn't remember. She simply left. And she had people in charge, like how we've been doing. Except we don't do vacations. We simply go out and kill evil.
Feels like
We
there's
just
always
kind
one
of leave,
emergency
actually. Now
after
that I
the
think
next.
about it. I mean, technically we're doing what she does. It's just, she calls it a vacation. We call it our traveling kingdom.
King Corey, I don't really know how a leader like Giovanni, considering that she's actually the real force behind getting anything done. I don't know how she got a vacation, and considering all the stuff you've roped us into, and I figure we're helping you, but if not, I guess you could always make a few more positions on the council. Then the more you do that, the more it's likely someone's going to open their blabbermouth.
Quite right indeed.
And also, things are going well with me and Regongar. Just thought I'd throw that out there. good news after everything. Dealing with a lich, guys. Right. There's no way anything bad's gonna happen after dealing with a deadly ancient lich. Right.
As I will say,
Orlos
There
almost
is-
died.
there is always bigger fish in sea.
I mean,
In this case, Astro Sea.
we haven't seen anything pop up recently, but there's always that lurking threat of demonic influence in this land as well that I've been keeping track of.
Great. That wasn't the source of what, like, you went and closed your investigation with that.
Oh, no.
No, because this is a different entity.
Okay, cool. Well, great.
I always say bigger fish, but fish. The fish we are scared of are the ones that we don't know of rather than the ones we know of.
Well, this will be the first time you've formed an army, according to Rigongar and Amiri. So,
Do we need army? Question mark.
there's supposedly an army marching towards Tatzelford. So, unless you think that we can handle an army by ourselves, I'm a great mage, King Corey, but I'm not that great. I can fireball a good deal of number of guys, but if they have health potions, I'm not going to be able to fireball them forever. And this is what you have armies for, to meet another army out in the field, right? And this show force. That's why you trained the kobolds and gave them guns. You did give them guns, right?
Yeah. They got arrow rifles, I believe.
They only have air rifles? Don't you just give them, like...
We do have more sophisticated crossbows and bows that we've been gathering, but they like their air rifles because Corey's made them.
Why don't you give them muskets, Corey?
Trust a kobold with a musket? Wait, before you say anything, picture it in your head.
I trust
The musket
Mick.
that he
I
carries
trust.
around.
I trust Mick with a musket very much. And I think Mick would train everyone else to be enough that I pretty much trust them.
You haven't seen his aim.
I was going to say,
Mick is a great shot.
look at the musket that the king is carrying at the moment. As you see, it's like a large musket because that's where we got them from, the large creatures.
Okay, that's a whole different thing. King Corey is carrying
That is the muskets that we have available to provide to them. I feel like they would go flying.
King Corey is carrying a very powerful double shot weapon, and it's magically enchanted with. We're just gonna give them regular bullets, right? There's no way that we lose with an army full of kobolds who are regularly trained and like they're hitting targets. Mick is training them. Like there's no way our armed forces lose with guns against a bunch of don't let Amiri hear me say this, but a bunch of barbarians with swords.
Have you seen what our barbarian can do with a sword?
Our barbarian is a special case too, according to what Lindsay has been telling me.
It is terrifying.
Heck,
Bard takes her wife is a special case, more at 11.
Okay. But like Lindsay told me something related to a god. I don't know how much I believe about it. But like, why don't you just have Amiri like step out front and like demonstrate her supposed power with a bunch of guns? If she has some relation to these powers that these tribes respect, won't they just like back down like once she demonstrates them, and like we don't even need to gun anybody down?
Well, it just depends on what is driving them to these actions. They could be similar to the Varnhold, where they are under control of something, or they could just be blood-hungry creatures. You never know.
Okay, well, yeah.
We try to go diplomatic, usually the first step around, and then we usually get one of our persons eaten. I think Tristan was the first one who got obliterated the first time.
What I recommend, even though I'm not your counselor, and I don't know where the counselor is, he's following Amiri or Lindsay or somebody somewhere. I don't know where Tristan is. What I recommend, even though I'm not your counselor, is I recommend the council of just go to Tatzelford with Amiri. Maybe bring Lindsay along and as well. Don't bring me. I want a break. I need a break. I am requesting one. Heck, take Rigongar. Technically he's your general, so it's a good show of force to arrive with everybody. Maybe Mick. I don't know. I don't know who you want to take, but like maybe take Micmac too. He's technically the head of your kobold groups.
This could perhaps be a good opportunity to test the new kobolds. So
She presents a paper. And like here's what I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. You're informed a lot of things. One is that she grabs the painting or the map from the map room. She's like, okay, this is circled for some reason I don't know. That appears to be Lindsay, and she's drawn a question mark here. I don't know why. Cool. That's just a big circle, like something is supposed to be special down there. I don't know what.
is that around where
The printing press is? Yeah. So we're here. We're here in
We can
Trickle.
say she's pathfinding right now.
Yeah. Oh my God! Close it up. Close it up. We've said the word. We said the word.
Yeah, roll credits.
Roll credits. I wish I had that. Do you? Is that from a different server? I want laugh track on hand anytime somebody just gives me the most fucking blasé statement, whatsoever. Is that from our server? What server is that from?
Actually, where is that from?
I'll join that server for that.
If you hover over the sound, it should tell you in the pop-up what server it's from.
Was it? One of my favorites. Let me see. Definitely not in ours.
What server would that be from?
Is this here? Wait.
I'm gonna join that server. Send me an invite to that server. At any rate, well, all we got to do, King Corey, we'll just sail with a small boat. I guess we can leave the cart here for now. We'll just sail with a small boat. I don't think that there's any need to bring the forces with us, and we can sail back and forth relatively quickly. It's just like especially on the river, getting there is maybe like half a day's journey. Or it's actually longer to get there. It will get back in half a day, but it'll take us a day and a half to get there, sailing against the stream. But like we just, I'm telling you, we just go up against the stream, get to Tatzelford, and once we're in Tatzelford, we figure out what's going on there. We come back very quickly. We get our soldiers, and we do whatever we need to do to keep the people. I mean, they're naturally surrounded by like a freaking oxbow lake or an oxbow river, so we're fine. I don't think like all they need to do is close down their bridges and prevent any like shallow regions from being forded, which is really easy with the walls. I don't think they have anything to worry about a bunch of barbarians. But
Depends on exactly what direction the barbarians are coming from.
Knock
Do we
on
even
the-
know how far out they are too?
Please
Well-
knock on the nearest part of wood that you see in front of you, Octavia.
Okay,
Please, I beg
I'm not a
you.
superstitious person, but after everything I've been through, she knocks on the table, like which of course Corey had demanded a real full thick slab table for his court, of like whatever wood that you prefer, yew or yarrow or whatever, Corey, ash.
Now, I know I'm new to the council, but are we going to offer
Mahogany.
aid to someone who doesn't pay us?
Wouldn't the payment then be joining us?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And
That's what I'm
offer
saying.
anything.
Sada, since you're on the council now, also to address the thing that Dex just said, if they're not attacking from the west, which is what this weird prognosticator, that's also the thing you should go, Sadus. If a prognosticator is also capable of having any success, something's going on with the Age of Lost Omens, which I think y'all need to look into.
Because they're located here, right?
Possibly prophecy is coming back into the world, which would be really cool. Maybe dangerous because the Aerodin is coming back then. Anyways, well, I just want to point out, if the soldiers are right here, in between their land, which has walls, and our farmland, I don't think it's easy to press them up against both of our regions and kill them. Like, she just draws a couple of arrows on the map and just says, not hard to kill people. Like they'd be trapped in between two kingdoms, or two holds. Up to you, King Corey. If you want to bring your armies with you, that's also reasonable, I guess. But that's kind of like showing up in force.
I mean, we typically do that a lot when we show up as a court.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely would show that you're willing to help these people, or might be interpreted a little bit differently depending on how they are feeling, how nervous they're feeling. And my recommendation is go with Amiri, go with Lindsay, go with Ragongar, possibly, because he's the general right now. Amiri was the former general, so that already looks good. And then maybe bring Micmac, since Micmac will lead. But that's up to you.
I think that's a good idea.
Well,
I mean,
Mary and Lindsay are already indisposed at the moment.
Well, yeah, we don't have to leave right away. I mean, this person, heck, I mean, sorry, Sadas, but it's a prognostication. There's no guarantee that's even going to happen. Like, this might be some
No, I
person
agree.
high off of some stupid fumes.
Like, how do we even know who they say who they are?
Yeah, I mean,
last time, yeah.
honestly, the
Anyone
Kellids,
can say they're an oracle.
I've been looking into it. The Kellids have had a presence west of the Hook Tongue Slough, the swamp west of us.
Wait, did the person say that they were an oracle, or were they just saying, "Hey, you're going to be attacked soon"?
There have been some sorties that we have, since we're connected with Jamani's network of heroes who were sent out into the Stolen Lands. Baron Hannes Drelev has reported that he has ran into some sorties with Tiger Lords acting as bandits. So that part is true, which is why I've given any respect to this at all. But this is just some random new Cassandra Nemesti. I don't even know who the woman is. This is just some prophet saying that there's warnings that there is an army coming specifically from the west.
Well, I think we can handle it.
An army of
They can make it
bandits.
in the east.
Whether it is not or not.
She also tells us that an army from Drelev is marching on Talsoford, which that's confusing. Like that's the thing. Like if you read this exactly, some of you guys took the wrong takeaways from this. She speaks of armies of bandits, hordes of tiger lords. I'm reading exactly what, if it's okay for you, my lord. I'll read what Loy Resman wrote. Armies of bandits, hordes of tiger lords, and worse, organizing to the west beyond the Hook Tongue Slough. To date, we've had no trouble with these elements. But this woman is quite convincing. She tells us an army from Drelev is marching on Tatzelford. That doesn't make any sense. Why would Baron Hannes Drelev be marching on Tatzelford?
Land
I
hungry,
didn't even know they were there till now.
hungering of power.
I mean, that is the section that Hannes was handed from Jamandi. So, I mean, like, I'm assuming that this prophet doesn't even know what she's talking about. She's getting these two armies mixed up, which immediately makes the prophecy debunked.
Unless it's multiple warnings in one message.
Maybe, but prophecy doesn't even work anymore. Fekro, it's like this is all over the place, King Gory. Like as your mage, as your magister, I would not held any water to this prophecy.
I mean, is it a prophecy? You're just saying she's coming with warnings. Maybe it's news she's heard.
Oh, she claims to be a prophet.
Yeah.
She?
Where? I don't see that in the message.
Yeah.
She bearing I presume that they were insinuating she was a prophet.
Just because it'd be like if I went up to somebody's house and said, "Hey, somebody's going to egg your house very soon."
So another way to read this is a person from the area with the army from Drelev, and they knew beforehand that there was going to be a buildup of these threats.
The way I read it at first, I thought Louis Resman was saying that he was taking this counsel from this woman as like a heavy warning, like a prognosticator. But you might be right. This might be just a woman from the lands. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, all the more reason to look into this, because she's getting the two armies confused anyway. So this is already bungled information. So maybe she's just worried about the bandits. Take Amiri, take Lindsay, and take Ragongar. He's getting a little stir crazy. Like she like she's like curling her hair in her finger. Like there's something going on between her. Like
There's another person of our council becoming stir crazy.
Get him out of my hair, because otherwise he'll bother me all day. Like she's like, there's an undercurrent of there of like, How often y'all be flirting? Anyways, just get him out of my hair.
It's worth looking into. Prophecy or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I don't mean any offense, Satis. I don't mean that like prognosticators don't have any respect anymore. It's just the practice is all over the place now. And if the greatest prognosticators in the world couldn't guarantee the return of a god who guaranteed it himself, a lot has been called into question.
Well, I mean, thinking about that, just because he made the prophecy, just because the god himself made the prophecy, it didn't mean someone couldn't alter it. Such as his death.
And according to Amiri, gods die, so which
very much so.
happened to Eridan. So this may also be fairly named the age of the death of the gods, which I don't want to think about that. So please look into this. And send information back via messenger bird. I'll make sure that the kingdom doesn't fall apart and that either Kalike or Canera don't burn the village down.
I mean, one would burn it, one would drown it.
Yeah, alternating days. I'm sure a lot would happen in between the days. Dex. But like, you know, I mean, if you don't take Micmac, I'm sure he'll keep the guilds in line. Sudscale still has some degree of respect. Harem is gonna organize the treasury, and I am going to get some sleep, and then keep building the tower and figure out my curriculum. Any word back from the Pathfinder Society? I think Lindsay passed that note along, saying that like they wanted to build a teleporter here. We'd get so much more traffic if we built a teleporter. Like if people could teleport into the stolen lands, a reliable settlement. Like moving supplies would be so good. And honestly, I mean, yeah, you'd have to sign an agreement, and like the Pathfinder agreements and paperwork is atrocious. But can you imagine what our settlement would turn into, King Corey? We'd have access to real supplies from Absalom.
Hey, don't discount our friend Oleg to the north. He does
Silk
great
bed
work.
sheets.
I think Oleg is doing great.
Silk bed sheets with real down feathers.
I don't understand the people of the feathers and silk.
Pampered lifestyle.
You don't have
Doesn't feel any
skin.
different
You
on
don't
my
have
bones.
skin, Dex.
Don't feel any different on my bones.
Why must we use my
You folks
kind
and-
for
you
things
folks
like
and your
this?
instinct.
I'm not asking to use I'm not going to use the kingdom funds. I'm part of the council. How dare you accuse me of you touching the kingdom funds? I don't think anybody on the council would do that. I'm just saying I would use my personal money. I'd finally have access to a larger shopping region. I could probably look into figuring out. I kind of want to pull you guys aside one of these days. I don't know if Ragongar wants to talk about it, King Corey, but if we got more access to more supplies and more networks and more libraries and possible genealogies, I might be able to figure out where my mom is, if my mom's still alive. And, you know, I know she sold me, and I eventually ended up in Numeria, but I'd like to figure things out on that front. Even if I don't ever try and find her again, or even if she's not alive anymore, I'd like to figure things out.
Get
For
some
my sake.
closure.
Yeah. I mean, like, it'd be nice to put that whole thing behind me.
If we did agree to this teleporter, I think we should definitely have someone dedicated in charge of everything related to the teleport.
Do you want me to work for the... Because Kalike and Canera are okay teachers. I'm probably definitely a better teacher than them, but I know a little bit about teleportation mage. We could hire a teleportation mage, I guess, or find one somewhere. Tristian will not know anything about this. And honestly, Tristian does really good with the people. He keeps the people's morale up. Wasn't there that I mean, you're kind of a mage. I mean, I don't know how many goblins are also mages. Petro, but you tell me what's like stereotype and what's not. What's that one little guy who keeps visiting and keeps asking for you? Occasionally he'll pop by on days we have goblin markets and knock knock.
Yeah, that guy.
Is there?
Is he a mage?
Oh,
No,
question.
he is not. He is
not.
he is most assuredly not.
He's definitely not.
Well, that stinks.
I mean, I have a lot of arcane knowledge myself. I may not be a mage, but I know a lot of things.
I will confirm to you now. Moving forward, you have met every companion in this campaign. You've met. I will list them off. You've met Amiri, Ikundayo, Jubilost, which you killed almost immediately when you met him. Drown him.
Wait, was
Drown him.
that the
Sink or swim? It was sink or swim.
Sink or swim.
Lindsay, you've met Lindsay. You've met Knock
The
Knock
one
and
good memory
Tristian.
I have with Stylen.
Valerie stopped by in your town, and y'all just weren't interested.
Sink or swim.
Valerie can show back up again later. Valerie stopped by. She's a essentially kind of like a female human fighter
she's
paladin.
Yeah, I remember her. She was pretty cool.
She's okay, but y'all weren't really interested at the time. Harem, Jathel, Kalika and Canera, Octavia, and Regongar.
Nice.
There was an gnome asshole he killed.
Yeah, that was Jubilost.
Yeah, sink or swim.
Yeah,
Sink or swim.
yeah.
Sink or swim.
His name is Jubilost Narthropple, which honestly, considering that you saved me from having to ever say that word again, fair point. Fair play.
He deserved to die, is what you're saying.
He deserved to die for that awful fucking name.
He was an asshole.
He was an asshole.
Stalin
And-
had the opportunity to save him since he was right in front of him. Quite
Oh,
literally.
don't worry. Some of his personality is he is an asshole. So y'all are safe from that. He's authored several book-length essays on exploration and exploration themed topics, but purely from theoretical standpoints and viewpoints. He's the kind of asshole who's like, I'm an expert on this. I've never done it once in my fucking life.
Oh, if Stalin was still
He
around
also
and
would have
he
been
was
a
still around,
competing alchemist against you, Deck or Fekro.
There can only be one.
Yeah, there can only be one.
Stalin would have taken care of him.
He would have been an alchemist with his own exploration company and constantly mentioned to you how he was making paper.
Stalin would have definitely taken care of him.
Yeah. It's like, man, really, like, because gnomes have to avoid the bleaching by staying active, so he stayed active and made a whole business, enterprise, became educated fellow, formerly educated fellow, got his like degrees and stuff, and owns a company, and he would have constantly reminded you of that, Fekro, and so that's honestly headache saved.
Yes. I would have enough of a headache with Knock Knock coming around every once in a while.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm hearing is we did the world a favor.
yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
See, we are the heroes. In my head, sink or swim, sink or swim.
What is
Yeah.
this sink or swim you speak of?
So moving forward, I'll just lay out the things for the players themselves above the table. You have a bunch of options. You always do. You can do literally whatever you want. This is an open world. If at any point you decide to do what is the equivalent of going into the bounds and beginning to take a god level pickaxe to the out of bounds system and go somewhere else that isn't the Stolen Lands, you need to give me time to prep and go buy the materials. I'll let you do that, but you do realize you have the option. But do realize you will be abandoning this campaign, and that there's consequences to that. The events will roll forward.
We see a little like, would you like to lead this campaign? There are dire consequences.
Yeah,
Like,
there are
pull out
dire
a little
I know how we can do this. We can go out of bounds by invading whatever town just asked us for help.
We're gonna sequence break. Like, they asked us for help. Instead, we do a military coup on their village. No one can conquer it. We already conquered it. What are you gonna conquer? This land we razed to the ground?
Salt the
If I can't have it, you can't have it.
Yeah.
Fire and salt the earth.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind, Corey also told these people what like true elven craftsmanship is, and gave them dwarven schematics. So this town is a mix of dwarven and elven, like a bastardization of dwarven and elven building.
I remember the Amiri.
Doesn't mean it can't burn.
I remember Amiri was like, not Amiri, Jade though.
Yeah.
She's like, what is
Doesn't
this
mean it
hell?
can't burn.
But basically, the recent things you can do is you can talk to Amiri. Amiri's local quest is active and will come up. Amiri's companion quest is open, as is now Tristian's. Tristian's companion quest is open. I will kick that off if you want to look into that. Lindsay's companion quest, you have been thrown into it. They're in the first couple of quests. Because you've already passed a couple of checks. Now that you know, and she's admitted to you how much she's stolen from you. And of course,
the holder of 3 quest line companions.
Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, there is Tatzelford and other stuff going on. So and they're also, if you want to do like a kingdom turn, we can put that off for a week. And there are also like on kingdom turn episodes we can do like like NPC quests. So like there is an appendice of significant members to the kingdom. Basically, there's like there's how do I say it? There's characters, like significant characters who pop up in the kingdom. So where am I looking for it? Yeah, kingdoms. Quests. Yeah. So like there's all manner of like small quests. Like I will throw out, for example, like there's
quest we still haven't done.
Yeah, there's the one quest you haven't done with the weird guy who's like a wanted.
Good old Fulgrim.
Yeah. Fulgrim.
Are we sure we've been feeding him? I think it's been a month now, right?
Drunken heroes. There's a quest where he claims someone claims to have been blessed by Caden, and you have to go on a drunken bender. So there's a whole quest where we can do essentially like a what's that one movie where they all get drunk, and it's The Hangover. It's kind of the Hangover quest. It's a Hangover quest, or Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, it's essentially the Hangover as a quest. Then there's other smaller quests, like there's Forgotten History and A Missing Professor, A Missing Brother, which I think you guys have already done that. There's I Swear I'm Sober. And then you already finished that damn turtle. Tweedle. Tweedledee. And then, of course, the kingdom always has like kingdom people who show up, citizen quests and citizens.
Yeah.
So
There's always something burning down.
there's always something burning down. Yeah.
Anyways,
So up to you guys what you want to do moving forward. We have an hour. We actually have 30 minutes. So you tell me what you'll want to do for the rest of this session.
Do we have like
Oh,
10 minutes left?
No, we have 30 minutes. Because we started late. We started later because of the whole leveling up stuff.
Yeah, we started at 7 and it's almost 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, call here.
You want to call
Yeah,
it?
we found a colony here.
yeah, same.
Sounds
Pretty
good to
sure
me.
all of us are mentally drained from the law disaster,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where 4 people almost died, causing TPK.
Don't you love the possibility of killing your whole team by just, fucking getting an oopsie in your legal check? What do you mean? I'm technically not billing you for these hours. What? Everybody, thank you for showing up today. We will be picking up with possibly a kingdom turn, possibly an exploration thing. Everybody, just inform me what you want to do, and I'll prep for either one next week. We will not be doing Elder Scrolls Jail this week on Thursday. Jail will be skipped. I'm going to the theater. I'm watching The Amazing Digital Circus. Have a good night,
Jailbreak.
everybody. Jailbreak. Goodbye, everybody.
Well.